So, when last we left our group of intrepid adventurers in the dull streets of Bleakstone, we saw our adventurers as they attempted to either desecrate or consecrate, depending on your viewpoints, a local holy site. Though Terzanon briefly gained control of the area due to the actions of our friend Vane, and in the end, the area was re-sanctified and edified in the name of Krishna, though at the cost of Caleb's already wavering faith. As our group returned to town, taking stock of the rather traumatic incidents at Riverside, the bad news kept on coming, as despite Vane's burgeoning friendship with John, the gatekeeper, alas, their old enemy, Saladin, seems to have infiltrated their town, or at least the sewers beneath it. So, as we go back in and see the somewhat concerned look of our friend Noose, as he has just revealed this information to you, what's the plan, friends?
So we went over this last week. Recap of what Rallis said. Stay out of trouble, Vane. I believe Big was on potion duty, and Caleb, you were supposed to go get an exception for Vane so that he can come back and help us search the sewers, while Rallis was going to look for Linda.
Correct.
Because he saw her in passing in the car, I believe. Or no, he saw. There were a bunch of dwarves there, but the one that was pointed out was their son.
Ah, yeah.
So.
So, who first? We'll go with Big first.
I didn't notice I'd volunteered.
You're very nice that way, Big.
I pointed at you because I figured you would be the best one to start.
I'm just going to be the most basic.
Sometimes basic is good.
I guess so. Yeah, Big will just, I guess, turn and run back in the gate, heading for Stumble's tent, the medical tent.
Yeah, you head in and see good old Stumbles still just like bit of a smile on his face as he's like working out different formula and stuff on the canvas beside the tent. Howdy, lad.
There's been an emergency. We need a couple potions.
Well, let me see what I can do. Quickly goes into the back room and sort of brushes past a few interns. Grabs like a few potions. Let's see. Yeah, like brings back about two. About all I can spare now. But if you want to whip up some more, feel free to. I think we got out of materials.
Thank you. I guess go ahead and might get prepared. There's a Saladin. Saladin. Did Stumbles know who Saladin was?
I don't believe so.
No.
He might have, because he was the leader of the guy that had that potion you brought back earlier, the druid potion thing.
No, he wasn't there later.
Saladin was the leader that had the guy that made
vaguely,
them.
Yeah.
Ah.
The whatever that thing was called, I can't.
The bandit leader Avery worked for. You might know him as that.
Can I actually also get one real quick recap on something? When we first met Saladin and we kicked him out of this little hole, two of the dudes that worked for him, one of which I nearly blew the face off of.
Yeah, the people you corrected the life of.
One of them, I think, now works at that medical tent, right?
Yeah, Avery.
That's a different one. That's Avery.
That was the guy who came slightly before that.
The other two are in town, but you threatened to murder them if they didn't stop screwing around.
Yeah, and I think we saw them doing something.
Avery wanted to reform. Avery was scared shitless after his first cult mission. He was like, "I have made a wrong choice." It just there's a terrorist in the sewers below town.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the bandit leader that Avery used to work for.
Ah. Well, I'll hold down the fort and, do your best to keep me not busy, eh?
Try my best.
So, Vane, staying out of trouble?
Yep.
Just making sure.
Just
Still just standing there.
Should I grab the comical vein music? Do you want to tell a story?
Feeling like a lore dump or not?
Nope, I got nothing.
Fair.
It's been one of them days. I'm not feeling very creative tonight.
I've been too busy developing lore for things happening while Vane is not there.
Fair. So, let's see, Caleb?
Well, I gotta head off to Lady Bright Eyes, so I guess that's where we're heading first.
Bandit don't want to tell us about that time he castrated a giant.
Oh, these people are going to kill me. Anyway, so, Caleb, as you rush back to the office and head upstairs, how are you heading in? Are you, rushing in immediately, or are you going to knock first?
No, I'll be as respectful and respectful. Thank you.
It's been one of them days.
Respectable. See, it's a festival of respect. Anyway, there's an idea for you.
Ooh.
Receptacle.
Yes, that's what I am. Garbage. Anyway, so we're going to enter in as calm and politely as possible. Be polite about everything. Be respectful. This is, mayor of the town, after all.
Yeah, you approach the door and kind of give a brief knock on the door. Just a moment. And you just hear a few ruffling papers inside and says, "Come in."
Hello again, Miss Bright Eyes.
Ah, Caleb. Welcome.
I'll take a seat in front of her. I come with a request. Two, actually. Firstly, I have some news. The leader of that little barbaric group, I suppose, the one... Well, we figured out where his leader is. It turns out he's taken refuge in the sewers underneath the city.
Is that right?
I'm afraid so. In order to round up a decent enough group to go and get him again, I'd like to request an exception for just today, for Vane.
She seems thoughtful.
Fuck off.
I know how much trouble we've had with him in the past, which one part of that is a part of another request, but as of recent, he's been actually more well behaved than I would have expected from him. Recently, he's just been spending his time talking to what was his name? John, wasn't it? mostly just talking to him. I would have expected whenever he got bored, he might have caused a bit of trouble, but no, he's been pretty respectful. And he, of course, has agreed to keep himself out of trouble if we can get him just a one-day exception. He's willing to serve out the rest of his sentence, however short it may be.
Well, if Joan vouches for him, well, she sort of presses against the side of her head and nods. Okay, if this is the man who killed Kayla's parents, then that takes precedence. He may enter. Your second request?
You remember when one time we came in here to speak with you? You were talking about some hurt relations with the Munis.
A bit, yes.
Well, I am especially going to take responsibility for that. First and foremost, I want to apologize for my earlier outburst. Frankly, I snapped at you. It was unfair of me to do so. And I'm sorry.
She just looks back at her gaze, as usual, never wavering, then just sort of giving a small shrug. Tensions run high in these situations. Completely understandable.
Which brings me to my next request. The nature of you remember when I asked you about the 12th Empyreans that might be in this city, yes?
Quite so, yes.
Well, the nature of the request has changed.
Oh?
I've been on quite the journey in the last 72 hours. And my intentions with them have softened, so to speak.
Softened, you say?
I wish not just to find the one that did the deed. I think that, in the grand scheme of things, as we are all Christians, I feel that perhaps maybe they would want a more peaceful solution to this. So, what I ask is that we find all of them in the city. See, my plan here is to get them together, come to meet within the church. I think in this way, all of us will find some sort of closure.
Well, I'm certainly not against the idea. Less conflict within the walls is usually a nice thing. But it will take some time.
That's fine. I was hoping that perhaps during this little investigation we have going on with Saladin, and once we eventually do go to talk with the Munis again, that perhaps maybe this would give you the time to search. I promise you, ma'am, I will fix this relationship with the Munis. It's our fault that it was soured so in the first place.
Well, she seems thoughtful again, then nods. I'll see what I can find out for you. So long as you are successful and I don't know, cut the head off of whatever pope they have over there, should be fine.
I'll especially make sure Vane keeps on his best behavior during the time.
Please do.
Anyways, so, after we have our business done with Lady Bright Eyes, I have some extra business I want to attend to with the medical tent.
Alright. Pin in
Coming
that.
into my crib.
Well, let's go over to our good friend Morales.
I want to do this in my crib. Shut him in at TV.
So yes, Morales. As you head back to the tavern where you see many dwarfs drinking to this very intense music, that the viewers can't hear, but I'm sure you'll pick something more suitable. But yeah, they're all just cheering, toasting, having a good time. You happen to see your old friend Linda. She's sort of sitting in one stool at the back, and just sort of an older dwarf woman has her reddish gray hair just tied into two very long braids around her shoulder as she's just toasting to the return of her grandson, sipping a bit of ale. And what's the plan?
Well, if I can find my notes for this campaign.
I don't mean to be too direct, but I can crush a steel plate with my thighs.
I had a bowl of nails for breakfast
Oh, yeah.
without any milk.
Sorry, you
And
you
without
go
any
inside.
bowl.
I had a bowl of nails for breakfast this morning. Oh, yeah? And they were all toenails.
Well, damn it. I don't know where my notes went. Oh, well. They were the Hanging Raiders, right?
Yes, the Rolling Gallows.
Rolling Gallows.
They hang women.
And, is that her grandson?
Yes.
And
Her
she's,
grandson, Sindri.
Sindri. Yep, the one that was captured.
In the cage.
Immediately, Rallis is moving up to them, and I feel like they know Rallis enough that he doesn't normally do this. He's going to pull the hood on his cloak down as he comes up to them. Linda.
You approach, and the group of slightly inebriated dwarves just all like, Rallis! And then Linda's head, and just smiles again. Howdy to you, friend. How can I help you? Care to pull up a chair? Drink? Or,
Don't have the time for that. I have some bad news.
Oh? How bad?
You ever hear of the Rolling Gallows?
As you say that, she stops mid-drink, and immediately just slams her tankard down on a table, splinters into a bunch of tiny pieces. Oh, don't you get me started on those goddamn grandson kidnapping sons of guns.
You want some revenge on their leader?
Oh, I would love some revenge on their leader.
He's in the sewers. Right now.
Oh, then he is a right dumbass. Boys, get ready! And immediately just the clan of dwarves around her just get ready, and she marches out outside. You
I'm coming with her.
you see Robert just breathe a sigh of relief, oh, thank God, I thought they were going to burn down the place.
As we're walking out, I'm gonna tell her I have a team that's going to come with me to help face him.
The more the merrier.
But I'm gonna need someone to help navigate, because I don't really go much further than your home.
Fair.
And,
But you can stop by the place. I'll send Sindri with you.
and,
Boy's a right coward, but he knows those sewers like the back of his hand.
If you happen to run into him first, he's fast, can attack very quickly. I haven't seen anyone fight like him in a very long time. Though, Vane did burn off his arm, so.
Again, that just sounds like a bad way to lose an arm.
And don't let him get too close, because he can mess with your mind.
Well, she goes just grabs our tankard just right before they go out. Better mess up my mind first, then. Let's see him try.
Can't break what's already broken.
Okay.
But as Rallis and a column of very angry dwarves start marching down the street. Caleb, what was your plan at the medical tent?
We'll walk in, we'll find Avery.
You walk in, just Stumbles is just madly scrolling on the walls now. He's almost running out of tents at this point. You see Avery looking over, I feel like I should stop him, but also I don't know how to put his legs back on if I knock him off. So I'm just gonna let him sucker himself out. Oh, hey there. How can I help you?
Remember me?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
You can go ahead and put your hands down. I'm not here to
Okay.
threaten
Not
you.
today.
Phew, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. How can I help you?
So, have you heard any word on Saladin lately? Perhaps maybe he's tried to get into contact with you or either of your friends.
No, can't say I have. He's apparently I I heard something about him losing an arm or something, but I have to imagine he's probably laying low somewhere.
What if I told you he was laying low within the city right now? In fact, he's in the sewers.
Like points down to the ground a bit incredulously. Like these sewers?
Caleb just nods.
Huh.
And by the way, he doesn't blink, like, at any point. I should also mention there are visible, like, dark bags underneath his eyes, since, you know, he's already been through a bunch of shit.
Are you going to insight check this guy to see if he's screwing with you or lying to you?
It.
Oh, I don't.
Natural fucking 20.
Well, this is Saladin. What's left of him? Artwork.
Natural
Saladin.
20.
Oh, cool.
The artwork that people are looking at right now.
So tell me, DM, is he lying?
He's just like, he is being completely genuine with you. Like, he is just, this is news to him, and he looks real terrified.
At this point, he has shit himself.
Well, good for him.
What do you mean, good for him? What does that mean?
He means that if he was lying, he'd be dead.
So, tell me, your friends, those two that you worked with, and have any idea where they might be? You kept in contact with them at all, either?
Every now and then, small town, you bump into people. Let's see. There was George. Apparently he's working at the fruit stalls now, so, he's got that good going for him. Ronnie, I think I saw him like a few days ago. I haven't seen him since. He was just like, I don't know. He seemed real worried about something. Had like a big bag of food last I saw him.
You don't say.
Yeah. Guy lives on his own, so I don't know why I was, yeah. As he says that, you can see like a slow look of realization across his face. Good God, Ronnie, what have you done?
I hope you realize they broke their little promise to me. You didn't. Now, where's the fruit vendor?
I think it's probably at work right now.
Where?
At the fruit stand.
In what part of the city?
The fruit stand. I don't know. It's a rolling cart.
Are you getting closer with your eyes getting bigger and more bloodshot with every sentence?
With the
Just every question.
With the hammer of this pistol getting closer and closer to being.
How long since you had anything to drink? Character-wise, like alcohol.
Well, I just forgot to stop by.
I'm pretty sure me and Torsten have driven Caleb completely insane.
Because I imagine your character's breath don't smell.
You didn't
great
drive him
either.
insane. You just drove him sober.
You drove him not to drink.
Yeah, my character decided to swear off alcohol. It makes him more rational and peaceful. Anyway,
Yeah, more peaceful as I cock this gun.
So is this his Joker moment?
Yeah, as you are just like,
Krayla's a happy
as you
drunk.
are just, I assume, like leaning forward more intensely, you see Stumbles like break out of his trance, like grab your arm. Hey, arms off the employees.
He's had to enforce that rule a couple times.
Is Big here?
I
right.
don't know.
I feel like you'd probably be in the back room, like still mixing up potions or something.
Yeah, dude.
Caleb takes a deep breath and then finally blinks his eyes a bit. Shakes his head. You're right. Sorry. Thank you.
Like
Babe,
slowly releases your arm.
Thank
Jesus
you.
Christ, lad, you scared me there. Yeah, no problem.
You've been very helpful. Thank you. Here. It isn't much, but I feel like you deserve I feel like you deserve a bit of a tip. Thank you for working the medical tent.
Oh, thank you.
Please don't murder me.
You punch him in the face immediately after?
No.
Just knock him the fuck out?
No. I just hope you understand, however, I might not be so merciless with your two friends. I hope you weren't too close.
I mean, they're old co-workers. As far as I know, only one of them is probably screwed up. But do what you gotta do. It's out of my hands. I'm just gonna go. Got a granny with a bad cough, and the next tent, I'm just gonna go. Check on her, see how she's doing, see how her cough is, and he's just slowly backing away as he says this, and tripping over a small barrel, and just he just keeps crawling back, and have a good one.
Good. And you're not gonna think about them too much.
Yeah, the lack of alcohol definitely makes them more peaceful, I think.
All right, and then now we're gonna go look for that little fruit vendor.
All right. While you're doing that, Vane, as you are waiting outside near the gate, I assume, probably just do. You see a small messenger walk over to John, and you're like, hey, good news, buddy. You got pardoned.
Well, all right then. Go ahead and open the gate and I'll head in.
Oh,
We gotta
sure.
have some badass music for evil is entering the city.
I mean, I got an entire thing. I can.
Some might argue.
as he takes a step through the gate,
Some might
the
argue-
bass drops.
Some might argue that evil's already entered the city.
Haha.
But who is the greater evil?
Saladin for now.
Nah, I'm
Yeah.
waiting for it to turn out Vane's been pulling all the strings the entire campaign.
This one is called Angel of Death.
That's a decent anime.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, you see John just quickly fold up your document into a little paper airplane and float it down to you, then pry open the gate slowly.
I just sort of catch it out of the air, just refold it back more properly, and stick it into a satchel.
He
They know what
practices. That's
they
how
know
he
what
delivers.
they know what an airplane is in this world.
know what origami is.
And they know how to fold paper.
Dear God, if we can get a smarter character, we might just be able to Wright brothers this shit.
I mean, technically, Leonardo knew how to make a functioning helicopter, so...
Yeah,
That's
just
fair.
didn't have the technology for it.
Yeah,
We've got
he's,
two
I
artificers-
assume he was.
artificers.
I assume he was also the original inspiration for Gurren Lagann. Drills and shit.
True.
With a helicopter.
Dude
Ah,
did love
yeah.
his drills.
Yeah, you step through and John just waves. Good luck, buddy. Come chat sometime. I'll get more coffee.
I'll try. And then I'll start heading, I guess, towards the tavern, or in that direction.
Yeah, as you start heading that way, you bump into Rallis, leading what seems like a small contingent of dwarves.
So these are backup?
Yeah, they're going to be searching the sewers with us. Sindri, where are you?
Oh, he's down in the sewers right now.
Okay. Remember the guy we saved earlier, a couple days ago?
Yes.
He's going to be helping us move around. We just have to meet up with the giant and Caleb.
Alright. But in the meantime, I just turn towards all the dwarves. Dwarves! Are you ready to kill the one who would hurt your brother?
Roll me a performance check real quick.
Oh, I can't wait for one of them to just go over and say, "Fuck you,
Fuck you, alright? Up yours.
up yours, you wee red cunt."
I see.
You want to come down here and say that?
I mean, that'd be a 12.
Yeah, they're already kind of hyped up a little bit, but you're like, yeah!
That one guy gets really into it.
You see, one guy just do the foaming at the mouth thing from Avatar. Okay, you know what? Glowin, you go home. Glowin, you get... I told you gotta stop doing so much sauce, man.
Your blood pressure can't take it.
But yeah, and then I'll just sort of... Then let's go kill us a serial killer.
You daft twat! I told you not to get that fucking excited.
I like how Vane
That
is
sounded more
like,
English.
Let's go kill a killer.
Yeah.
Murder is bad. Let's go correct that with murder.
Kill
Is it
two.
wrong to kill criminals? I'll ponder that later.
But yeah. You guys start to head for the sewers. Meanwhile, Caleb and Big, what are you doing during all this?
Oh, well, if I was working on potion, I was wondering if I could have try the experimental elixir again.
Oh, sure.
It's just once per long rest.
Can you move your microphone a little bit? No, I mean more to the right. Yeah, better.
I will have worked on the experimental elixir again. Once per long rest, I can make one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait for him to drink it and he just grows like an entire thing of fur.
He's already furry.
Even more fur then.
Double the furry.
It's one of those dogs whose
He'll grow in
hair
his
grows
winter
so
coat.
long that he just...
So I guess I'll have made that, and then I don't know. I've got like a couple things. I don't know. I took the medicine and poisoner feat, but I don't know.
Huh.
It costs gold and supplies to make that, so I'll wait on that.
All right.
I'm hoping this is the dark big music that'll fit with the. Nope. Nope. That's sad big music. That's close.
I'll have just worked on that one elixir, and then just have gathered the 2 potions, and just that's it.
All right. Yeah, you just get everything bubbling and brewing and get the potions together and just get ready to go hunt you a serial killer.
Yeah, just going on an adventure. Glad to be part of the group.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Caleb, I need you to roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total.
Yeah, as you just scan the crowds and like make your way through the various parts that vendors are known to frequent, you do see a fellow rolling around a nice cart of fruit. You know, he's got like some rather exotic looking ones. Like there's apples and oranges and stuff like that, and then there's bananas.
Avery told me his name, right?
I don't know if we got a name for those.
I'm sure he did, but I've forgotten it.
No,
Just
like the
create-
I
other
remember I know the other guy was Donnie, but
Yeah, I don't remember.
so you got Ronnie here.
So his name's Ronnie and the other one's Donnie?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just walk up to him. Just stare at him the whole time. Wait until we're just in earshot.
Hey kids, want to buy some drugs?
Ronnie, isn't it?
He like turns his head and looks at you. Looks over your way. Oh yeah, hey, how's it going?
You put a cap in him.
I was curious. Do you remember me?
Yeah, I think you shot one of my friends in front of you, but so you kind of hard to forget that. But yeah, how's it going?
Oh, it's going okay, I suppose.
Oh, good.
I'm having a bit of trouble finding someone, but before we get to him, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
By chance, do you remember a little promise you made to me?
Yeah, I've been keeping it.
By chance, has he been talking to you?
Who?
Saladin.
You see like him just frown and blink a bit. Eh? How would he be talking to me? I'm in town.
That's real funny. I know where he is. And wouldn't you know it? He's in the sewers.
Really?
Practically right in the heart of it.
Huh.
Now, friend Avery has also told me that your other friend, Donnie, right?
Oh yeah, Donnie.
Despite the fact that he lives by himself, he's been carrying a large bag of fruits and other items. You wouldn't have happened to know anything about that, would you?
I sold him some fruit. He didn't say what it was for. I assumed it was for eating.
Can I insight this point?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's a 19 plus a lot of it, so...
Yeah. So, yeah, he just, yeah, as far as you can tell, he's being sincere. He seems just as confused as you are.
And you don't think that's a little suspicious? Especially now that you know your old boss is pretty reachable in this city?
And no, not really. I mean, maybe the guy just likes fruit. I forgot. Look, he's an old friend. He said, "Hey, I want to buy a lot of food. I gotta sell a lot of food."
You're wearing my patience thin.
I don't know what to tell you, guy. I'm just selling fruit now. I am reformed. I'm a productive member of society.
Alright then. Perhaps maybe you can prove that to me. Where does he live?
Oh, Donnie?
Yes.
Let's see. Last I heard, I think he has like a room at the tavern. Yeah, like top floor, third room on the right. Right. I think he was working on getting something more permanent, but that's where he is for now.
Alright then. Tell me, how close were you to him?
I mean, again, I worked with the guy, and no one exactly got a lot of connections in town. But if he's like still rolling with Saladin, like the guy's a psychopath. So fuck him.
Decent answer.
Yeah.
You
All right,
live.
I'll toss him a couple of gold coins too.
Ah,
Keep your nose clean. You're doing good.
I'll certainly try.
Let me ask you something. How much gold have you just given away
Just 4. Like, you mean in total or today?
today?
Just 4.
Keeping track of all that?
Yes.
Awesome. Also, Indomitable. Fucking fantastic Caleb song. I'm so glad I found that today, because if I had found that 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have given it to Caleb.
Alright, so.
I hate checking up with the parole officer.
I mean, at least he doesn't have to meet the executioner.
Anyway, to the tavern then.
Yeah, you head inside, you see, like, Robert and Drama just, like, they're still, like, just tidying up from the recent cavalcade of dwarves who have filed out. Like, yeah.
Well,
Alright.
it seems like you've had some business, Robert.
A good bit, yeah. Linda was celebrating her grandkid getting back, so, thanks.
I'm going to assume that's all the backup that Rollis was going to get. Anyway, I'm actually looking for somebody.
Yeah?
Someone who is renting a room in this tavern.
Oh, yeah, they got about 15 rooms. Want to narrow it down at all?
Goes by the name of... It was Ronnie, right?
Donnie.
Goes by the name of Donnie.
Donnie. Oh yeah, one in the top floor. Actually been up there for a few days now. Started out was fixing to help with Drama and the victim. I swear, if he's late for his rent one more time, hey Drama, trust me, we do not murder the customers. You don't. Drama, I'm warning you. Anyway, just head on up. All yours.
Oh, he's here now?
As far as I know, I ain't seen him leave. And
All right, then.
I can't exactly sleep, so yeah.
I'm gonna go collect your rent.
Anyway, we'll head up and then we'll come to the door and we're gonna just gently jiggle the knob a little bit, see if it's locked.
It is indeed locked.
Shoot open the door.
You get a nice bolt in through the door hinge and say, hey, and just hear like complaining from, oh god damn it, not again. Drama. Think of all the rent we'll be getting. Fuck the rent! You know how hard it is to replace a lock in this goddamn town? Most of the locksmiths were the first to go! Well, that's on them for spending most of their time hunched over a desk. Just sort of ignoring the rambling of the mind flayer in his house, you like gently push open the now open door. Strangely enough, there has been no reaction from inside.
We'll head inside and look around.
You see a few things. There's a pretty large rucksack that seems to have been overturned, poured out. There's few. You see a few of the rolling gallows symbols just like strung up on the walls in places or carved into the wood. And excuse me. And perhaps most notably, you notice the dead body of Ronnie, sort of leaning against one wall. And yeah, you see a fairly sizable puddle of blood pooled around his legs, and as well as the fact that his right arm has been removed.
Looks like Saladin's gotten brave. We can fix that too.
He's armed himself.
Alright, I've got all I need to know. Let's catch up with everyone else.
Alright. So yeah, you go over to one of the sewer grates where you just see Linda just like, go, go, go. Just sort of like ushering her clan down for the hole. And just like, yeah, see the others sort of gathered around. Yeah, she like looks over toward you. Hey, you last one.
That'd be me.
Good. Well, you lads head in, and, well, we'll close it behind you.
Has Vane showed up yet?
Huh? As you say that, I assume Vane just, like, shows up from like,
Yeah,
over
like,
by the gate.
like I'm over by the side with Hank, with Rallis. I assume just talking strategies and
Yeah.
plans.
Oh, good, you made it.
I did. Got the message that I was pardoned for the moment.
Just for today, I'm afraid. Thankfully, there's no extension on your punishment. She's going to keep it the same, and you'll be back in soon enough. Right then, let's go find Saladin.
Yeah. You guys sort of very carefully file your way down the ladder, one after another.
Is Big already here?
Oh yeah, Big, did you get here?
Yeah, I was
Did
just
the
waiting.
side character reach?
I'm sorry.
Before I could
I
say-
assumed he was already there.
Before I can say, hey, now we just have to wait on the giant. We're just okay. Well, I guess we're going down.
Just big
Scene
manifest from
shift.
behind Rallis. Hello.
Scene transition.
Hello, friend. Hug. Let go.
Please let go. You are crushing my spine.
You don't have a spine.
Yeah, so before
I don't
Big
care.
left, he would have, in case this doesn't work out, left the book with I was working on, I guess, translating with stumbles, just in case he can find someone else to translate it in case. And made my way with the 3 potions that I have.
Yeah, you sort of walk over and like wave.
That's how Caleb does it.
Yeah, I got devotions. You see Linda, perhaps, probably for the first time, and she's just like, gonna need a big ladder.
Yeah, how big is the grate?
It's like enough that you could just barely squeeze through a little bit. Like, you start to shimmy your way down the hole, and like almost get stuck for a second, but then she's like, no, not blocking up traffic, and then she just like steps on your head, pushes you down. Just does the One Piece meme of like, nope.
It's not too big a fall, right?
No, it's like you
How
get.
tall are you?
I think 8 feet. It was the max they would let you make a Firbolg.
Falls roughly 7 feet. So
That's just when
How tall is the sewer?
It's about.
that's just
like,
when you cut to Caleb just about done climbing down, and then he looks up and just his eyes fucking bulge out like a cartoon.
it's 8 foot 1 inch.
Yeah, it's about a 10-foot sewer or so.
Okay.
So it's like it's just like, whoop. Oh, are you all right, lad? Yeah, I just bruised the bottom of my foot. It's fine.
That slight fall.
But yeah, she said, You get down, see the rest of them already down. See the dwarves filing off down one end.
I'm gonna meet up with, I guess, Rallis, and then, if he's in a talking to big mood, present him with one of the health potions. I was only able to get 2 this time. Maybe you should keep one, I'll keep one, and...
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
My god, he's actually taking helpful things from Pig.
We had a small character arc last time.
There's always that that half second of hesitance anytime he says anything to you. Even saying that, there's still another half second before he'll grab the potion.
Part his instinct to is this poisoned?
No, it's more instinct of I'm within striking distance. Go for the throat.
Big appreciates having a throat.
They're 2d6 or 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4, I think. These are the weak ones,
I
aren't
believe so, yeah.
Okay. I just need to know.
They're the you're not dead yet potion.
This is the wrong character sheet.
Not to be confused with the you are already dead potion.
Almost dead is still a little bit alive.
Here's my notes.
But yeah. As you guys fire along the edges of the sewer at the murky waters between you and the other side, you sort of walk with the dwarves for a little bit and soon come to what seems to be a small hold of some sort of carved into the sewer walls. There's a lot of runes sort of carved telling various stories, and a few torches and shacks set up either in the waters themselves or just sort of carved into the sides. Perhaps most notably is a very large water wheel that's sort of set up in the center to gather the currents together, along with a very large forest of green kelp or moss growing in the center.
Ooh.
Yeah, seems like the dwarves have made a little hold away from home for themselves down here.
It's lovely.
As we start walking, Vane will just go ahead and pull out his sword, the sword of greater warning he had gotten, and just sort of move to take the front of the path.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you sort of file into the front and see a lot of various dwarves. Most of them seem to resemble Linda in some way. A lot of red or silver hairs. Oddly enough, it seems to be the younger ones that have the silvery hair, which is unusual for dwarves. But yeah, you so sort of a lot of people wave "Hey, Grandma's back." Yeah, hello. And yeah, just dwarves immediately start going back to their little hidey holes and gathering supplies. See them grabbing pikes or gun, or you see one of them testing out the muskets.
Caleb's going to take a particular interest in the muskets and asks if he could take a look at it.
Yeah, you go up to the one of the musket and he smiles. Got an eye on old Berta, do ya?
Sure do. Looks a beautiful little piece, isn't it?
Yeah. Had it specially made a while back when we were first making this place.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh, name's Gultrick, by the way. I met my wife up there. But here, have a look.
Caleb, it's a pleasure. So yeah, Caleb's just going to basically be inspecting LMAO, inspecting it. Looking down the sides, making sure that obviously it's not pointed towards anyone or anything dangerous. He's going to look for a maker's mark on it, too.
Yeah. You. As far as you can tell, this was a fairly standard gun that the dwarves have altered a good bit. You see a lot of sort of runes etched into along the barrel or carved into the stock, and Yeah, it's a fine little piece. Bit of a blunderbuss, as far as you can tell, meant to fire just about anything that'll fit down the barrel. And yeah, as you sort of turn it to look at the butt of the barrel, you sort of pause for a moment because it seems to have your maker's mark on it.
Oh. I know who made your gun.
Ah, I figured. Not exactly a lot of half-elves in town. It's a fine piece. Saved my life more times than I can count.
We always were one to keep an eye for quality. Caleb is gonna pull out his pistol, and then I show it to the dwarf.
Ah.
My father's.
Oh. Well, there's a fine piece.
One of the few things inherited to me besides the shop. And a homunculus. Just cut back to the shop and shows Fibby burping fire from eating all that fucking gunpowder again.
Ah. Well. I'm sure it'll do wonders for you. He like turns it around, passes it back. And you know, you ever need any help? I'm a hell of a blacksmith. Don't know how much our skills would overlap. I've never made a gun myself, just tinkered a bit, but you know, I'm old-fashioned.
Might be able to teach you a few things then.
Ah, would love it. Always been good with my hands.
Let's get this little mission done first.
Aye. Yeah, you see the dwarves like sort of gathering up, spreading out large maps, and just sort of charting out different routes. As the cavalcade of relatively well-armed and well-trained dwarves are just scattering together, you do see familiar faces. Sindri just like sort of like wanders over, yawning.
Sounds like he's more than just tired.
He like rubs at one of his eyes. So what is it? Is there like the dog people again, or like what's going on? And yeah, you see like Linda into like smack the back of his head. Sindri, my boy! Ow! Fuck! Good news. The people who saved you a couple of weeks ago are gonna help you catch that murderer, man. What? Yeah, isn't that great? We're gonna find the bugger. Okay. Is he like... it's too early in the day for it. It's noon, boy. It's what? It's noon. The sun is high in the sky. Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know? We live underground. Well, you know, maybe if you came up every now and then. But yeah, you just see Sindri just sort of like walk over and start getting on some light armor, like slides on his gauntlets. Can't these things ever happen at a reasonable time of day? Again, it's noon, sir. It's noon, my boy. Well, you know, fine, Grandma. Yeah, whatever. Ah, yeah, you get the feeling that Sindri's a bit of an odd duck around the Slayheart hold. But, yeah, you guys eventually, form up as, Sindri, like, pulls out a map and says, alright, this will be going this way. Yeah. He, like, looks over his shoulders. So, man, is, think this guy would do anything up top or anything?
What?
Yeah, Sindri, the very tired dwarf, has just asked, so you think this guy would do anything up top or anything, or you think he'd just hide out down here?
Knowing what we know about him, if he's been here for a while, he very much could have anything down here.
I've met quite a few psychopaths in my time, and typically they don't stop doing what they've been doing, even under strenuous circumstances like this. I wouldn't be surprised if he kept on killing.
Problem is, we don't know how long he's been inside the city.
How long has it been since we fought him?
Roughly 3 days.
Oh. Well, he can't have healed that much in 3 days.
Except with magic.
Yeah, I guess. If he had somebody with him.
Then it might trouble you a little bit to know that he may have just healed that much. In fact, I think he has a new arm. Before I came back down here, while I was up on the surface, I did some poking around with the 3 little gang members that we found.
Mm-hmm.
Well, turns out one of them's dead.
Oh.
I went up there, and I suspected that he might have actually been keeping in contact with Saladin, bringing him fruit and other food even. When I tracked him down, he was dead within his tavern. He was dead within the tavern, rather. Lots of blood. Banners with the same symbol as this little gang all over. He never stopped doing what he was doing. When I found his body, he was missing an arm.
I don't imagine he'd have the skills to attach an arm.
Yeah, roll me a history check there, Big.
Let's see.
Or arcane, whichever you prefer.
History or what?
History or arcana.
Dear God, that's a lot of ones.
It's okay, they add up.
Yeah, that's a 22.
Yeah, you remember that there's a lot of magic for trying to like graft limbs onto people or to help people who've been wounded. Sort of the same magic that Stumbles uses for his legs.
Well, I guess Saladin will get to be the first person to say he's had 3 limbs burnt off.
Morales might actually know something, if you don't mind if I roll a history.
Ah, yes.
Would you know what level magic that would
That's my
take?
history.
Or like how powerful one would have to be to do that?
With a 22, I'd say, you've heard conflicting things. It could be as high as 4th level spells or as low as 2nd level. It's over someone relative, like mid-tier about.
Yeah, mid-tier.
Morales hypes up. I don't think Saladin would have the skill, but there might be someone that could.
You know someone who might be willing to work with Saladin and have those abilities?
It's hazy. He kind of looks over his hand, just down at it. A while ago, when this happened, there was a necromancer, one that liked to experiment on things.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember much, but he didn't have much of a moral compass. If they met up, it could be bad. Is Ichabod, I think.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, you. Similarly, just watch this whole exchange with wide eyes, just like, oh, that's oh. Well, tell you what, I'll lead from the rear here, or up front, or you know what, I'll lead from the middle here. Yeah, middle
I
here.
need
works.
meat between me and the enemy.
And I'll just sort of pat Sidney on the shoulder. Yeah, just be glad you didn't have to deal with the man-eating demon serial killer. And then just walk away.
I know what? You see Sindri grow noticeably paler. He's like, wait, I don't know how I talk to these things.
So, one thing I want to do, as we're walking through these sewers, I actually want to make not only mental notes to like refresh some bits of my Caleb's past whenever he was first trying to keep his business floating.
Mm-hmm.
Because before he actually stayed a more or less honest businessman, he did actually have to run in with some of the city gangs. And the sewers would be a perfect would be a perfect way to smuggle things around.
Yeah, sure.
I do remember that because we were talking about the trying to find exits from the quarantine zone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which you never told us about you getting that message out, so we're probably still going to keep an eye out for it after this is done.
Am I able to roll a history check to, like, just remember?
Oh, sure.
I can't wait to roll like a natural 1 and I've completely forgotten everything.
Well, now that you said it.
Natural 2.
13 plus... Where the hell is history? 16 total.
Oh, yeah, with 16, you kind of know your way around. You remember that, like, when you were smuggling things around, you tried to avoid the tunnels closest to the dwarven area, just because, more patrols and everything. But as you get further and further away, you kind of remember places that, places that seemed a bit familiar before. A place where that was good for leaving stuff to be picked up, or to pick up payments and things like that. Or a place that had a few loose stones that could be triggered, and things like that.
But I remember, would we be close to a part of the sewer that runs near the church?
Not at the moment. From what you recall, the closest church would be in Muni territory, so it'd be a good bit of a trek that way.
There's some parts of the city of this sewer system that even runs underneath the church. I've had to attend consecrations that way, believe it or not.
I don't know if I've been in the church.
It's a nice little place. During sermons, I would listen in from the echoing voices that would come down through the pipes. Sing along with some of the hymns. Pray quietly. With everything that I was doing down here, it didn't feel right to be within Krishna's holy house.
Huh.
I had to do everything that I did down here in order to keep my business running. My father died when I was really young. I had no idea how to run a business.
Was no one willing to step up and help, or...?
Not at the time. At times, the Reverend gave me a place to stay. But for the most part, I just stuck around in my father's old room. But when nights got too dark, I guess, I'd stay with the Reverend. But anyway, if we ever get the notion to, we might just... There are a few places I know of where we'd either stash things, make payments. In fact, can I go look for some? Or would you guys want me to go see if we can find anything that might help us?
If you think you can find something that can help us, keep an eye out.
Sure thing. Yeah, I'll just keep my eye out for any places that might look like a stash.
Roll me a perception check.
Rolls a nat 20, find Saladin.
Oh, hell.
Sindri was Saladin the whole time. He was just very good at slouching.
That's a total of 7.
7? Yeah, for 7 you don't see much, unfortunately. It's been a while, you're a bit rusty.
Fair enough.
As you walk along, you come to a bit of... Oh, I'm sorry, I was going to describe the sewers for you. I'm sorry, that's my bad.
You're good, bud.
But, yeah, the sewers there's like they're pretty wide tunnels. There's like paths on either side, sort of covered with moss, or, Yeah, the walls are sort of cobbled stone, and the river is mostly clear, oddly enough. A lot of sewer systems haven't really been functional for a good bit, and every now and then you do see something that looks vaguely like a skeleton or some sort of corpse below the water, but you do remember that working with stumbles every now and then you'd come down here to collect parts just because, well, this is a place that people like to come to die. Either infected people who don't want to hurt people when they turn, or even just wounded beasts. On that note, as you walk on a little bit, you come across a fairly odd sight. There's like a small torch lit on one wall, and you see a man who is sort of sleeping. He seems to have one arm chained up above him. And as you get a bit closer, you see a lot of vials and jars are sort of like on the ground around him. He's sort of like hung up there and is snoring quietly.
I'll start walking forward slowly, like holding the sword out to see if it starts glowing for danger or anything.
I would like to ask, since me and Caleb have been here for a while, is this something that would be normal, like a prisoner, or is this kind of abnormal?
It's a bit abnormal, but you can tell.
Okay.
Big's gonna walk up.
What was that?
Big's gonna walk up to the guy.
Yeah, you walk up to the guy and you notice that he's a bit of a scraggly, scrawny guy. Has like a very trimmed, shaved, bald head. Bit of a white beard, tied off.
Human, elf, half elf.
Seems to be human.
Alright, can I check for signs of infection?
Yes.
I roll to slap the man's
17.
bald ass head.
17.
Just a moment.
That would be medicine, I assume.
Yeah.
Try to do it without waking him, but just double checking.
Yeah, you see that the man is indeed infected. He has like a good bit of black hairy bristles mixed in with his beard, and has very heavy bags around his eyes.
Early stages, mid stage, could I tell that?
With 17, he seems to be in the second stage. Those changes start to happen, but your mind is still intact.
Alright, I'll warn the others. Watch out, he is infected. Should still be able to be spoken to if you want to ask him maybe if he's seen something, but best not to agitate him too much.
I'll just sort of walk over and just sort of use the tip of my sword to just sort of tap him on the side of the head.
The man like wakes up with a start. Like looks between you all. Oh, evening.
Howdy.
So, did you do this to yourself? Just motioning towards the chain and...
Yes, I know it looks as though it looks bad, but I'm here voluntarily. It's like gestures to the vials. Just got a bit a couple of weeks ago. Didn't do it, and I didn't want to hurt anyone. I'm just down here with a few vials of bliss, and trying to hold on as long as I can. See if if they get lucky with a cure.
Yeah. Big gonna raise his hand. Getting there actually.
Glad to hear.
Big makes a mental note to come down in a couple weeks and check for the body.
Yeah, as he like wakes up, you see him like go over and grab like a vial of the stuff and just like unscrew it with one hand and chug it down. You notice it seems quite slushy, as though it seems like medicine that has been down there long enough to ferment almost. Yeah, it's sort of like a little sludgy ball.
You sure that's doing much, friend?
Well, it's not killing me faster.
That's not an invitation, man. Have you seen anyone down here lately? Half elf,
Half-elf.
white hair.
White hair. Oh, yes. There was one fella. Tall, dark. Looked like he hadn't slept in a day. Slept in a few days. Cape over one shoulder.
Hmm.
Had himself a little group.
Oh.
Aye, seemed odd fellas. Most of them, well, there were two absolute weirdos of them, and then seemed like a bunch of shamblers.
Hmm.
Just walking around behind them, groaning and grunting.
Which way did they go?
Oh, they went, like, points down the hallway. That way, I think. I think they went down 2 gaps, then turned right. If you wouldn't mind, I don't have much on me, but, well, he took one of my vials when he walked by, with a bit of a laugh. If you could get that back for me, I got about 50 gold on me. It's all yours. Won't do me much good if I can't last long enough.
Do you have any family in the city, or?
I did. He just gives like a small shrug. I made my peace with it. I just want to live long enough to make sure they get proper graves in the city. Make sure their memory is honored.
Who are they? Who are they?
My wife, Karina. He does, like, break down a bit, coughing as he does. My brother, Carrick. My son, Daryl. Grandson, Daryl Jr. Granddaughter, Keela.
And my bastard son, John, who I disowned.
Kayla?
Keela.
Because you slept all the goddamn time.
Damn it.
Damn narcoleptic.
Well, now you can't die,
How old?
because you have someone waiting for you.
Huh?
Kayla.
What?
She's up there right now with the Reverend.
She is?
So you better survive.
I'll do my darndest. Oh, thank God.
How old is this guy, by the way?
He seems like a fairly old dude, like early 60s or so.
Sir. Are you a Christian by chance?
Well, yes. Why'd you ask?
Would the name Grimes mean anything to you?
Like, he raises a brow. Grimes as in someone hasn't been dusting?
A gunsmith and an artificer. Tell me, what sect of it do you belong to?
Second. Seems thoughtful. Just, seems to be gathering a lot of his thoughts, knowing that he has family left. They're the, angry ones. Let their emotions take care of them in battle.
Wait, so this is like second in period?
Yeah.
Old school motherfucker.
Yeah.
Alright. You wouldn't happen to know any 12th Empyreans, would you?
Well, I'll be honest with you, friend. I always thought they were a bunch of cold pieces. Bit too stuck up for my liking.
Do you know of any that live in the city?
Seems thoughtful. For the fall and everything, I think the governor might have been 12 Imperium. Some cousin of the Emperor or something took real fast to his beliefs. But yeah, last I heard, well, apparently he lucked out. Him and a bunch of his friends got locked in a bunker that was infected, and well, he walked out fine. Started that little cult off in the corner. Unis, I think they call them.
I was about to say I'm gonna have Caleb take off like a little pendant of Krishna, but I actually don't know if I had one on him.
You had one.
It's
you
entirely
had, like,
possible the
gunpowder.
Reverend would have given you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like the Reverend every time you've had a talk with him just gives you like a little keychain or something. All right, say your prayers.
Yeah.
Just has like a little bowl of them.
It's just one of those pins you put on your shirt, so he just jabs it and punches it.
Here, I'll give you this. No.
It's not real religion if you aren't bleeding.
Anyway, we'll just say that we did. Why not?
Ah.
I'll have him take it off and give it to him.
Yeah, the guy like carefully reaches over. Thank you.
You're going to need a lot more than I will.
I'm going to try to examine him again. I want to see like about how long it would take him to finish turning. Like, give him an estimation.
Sure thing. Go ahead.
That's only a 12, so probably not.
Well, you can tell that he has a good bit of bliss stored up, and that it doesn't seem like it'll all like it's not all bad. So just if he keeps doing this stuff, it's at least a few weeks there, and then it varies a good bit from person to person.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get infected, it could turn you in a day, or it could turn you in months. But he has at least a few weeks of this pausing it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we've got like an entire, 30 dwarves behind us?
No,
they like investigated different tunnels and stuff.
they split up. Yeah.
So we got our own posse.
No. It's the four of us and Sindri.
Yeah, the guide.
Vane will take out like a piece of parchment and write some scribble on it real fast and just lay it on his table with a little pen. If you ever feel that you're getting too close to turning to see your daughter, just sign this and you may have a miracle occur. And it's just a paper written like saying that in exchange for continuing to remain in his mortal form, he'd sign his soul off to Terzanon for more time on the earth.
Ah.
What language is it in?
It would be in Infernal.
Just sign here in blood.
Yeah, there's no telling if he'd be able to read it or not.
Yeah.
You see the man just like very carefully like reach over and take the paper, scan over it, and then he begins to speak in Infernal. What news from the homeland, friend?
And just back in Infernal, you're from Vexia?
Ah, not for a long, long time. But yes, I do follow his ways.
Then, had you heard news in the last 20-odd years?
Last news we heard was during the start of this whole plague. So, orders got fuzzy, things got messy. That's I think that's, I don't know how many others are in the city. Last I heard, I was the only one left.
I'll just sort of nod, and then I'll just sort of take my shirt and pull it down, just revealing a tattoo of a 10 with a symbol of a sun with 2 horns around it. And then in the center of the sun is like another symbol of like a flame, just the symbol of the clan's guard, just showing that I'm the 10th member.
Like raises a brow, then that, and nods slowly. Good.
And
Means it'll be solved enough soon enough.
And more reason to rejoice if you hadn't heard. Terznon's had 2 sons in the last 20-odd years.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, they currently lead the city, and their forces will spread his will further.
Well, if I manage to make it through this, here's hoping I can live long enough to see them. Or perhaps return home one last time.
And I'll just sort of nod and just utter a quick, prayer that just sort of goes on for a few verses about, a dark sun and that never sets.
Yeah, well, the rest of you just watch idly as the man seems to, just be... And then just, nods. Oh, thank you so much. Been so long since I could speak my mother, speak that language. I always miss the beaches back home. So sunny. He says, just trying to pass it off as just I don't know, German.
Oh
Yep.
no, this sewer is filled with blunt and smoking. Anyway.
Dude, das blinking like the...
But yeah, he gives a few more strained coughs, then waves. Well, best of luck with him. And, hopefully it works out. And he just, almost instantly just, cranes his head back down and goes back to sleep.
So, what was all that about?
Oh, it's nothing important. And Vane will just try to keep walking. If you would like to insight, you can.
Rouse is not going to. The moment he went back to sleep, he just turned and started walking. Just silently. Heading towards the
Actually,
pathway he told us.
Because this thing does not roll well. Because it just sort of slammed onto a nat 20. I'm like, no, that doesn't seem right.
Hey, take it.
I want it to be an actual roll. Okay. I mean, that, for me, that's almost the same thing. The deception, that is a non-nat 20.
I rolled 13.
So yes, that was, don't worry, it was nothing.
Man, German is cool.
Well then.
But, yeah. You guys head along and,
You meet the most interesting people in sewers.
I will say, as we're getting farther away, Rouse will just dead stop, and without turning, without looking at anyone, he'll just say, "Druid."
Yes?
How
Present.
long?
Anywhere from weeks to months. It depends with how well the bliss he has is working and his own constitution.
Can you get him more?
We might be able to. We're making breakthroughs on that. Within the next few weeks, we might have our own supply.
Find him a cure. And Rouse just starts walking again.
I guess we just keep walking forward and
Any signs of anything in the tunnels, like anything
roll
seem
me
out of
an
place?
investigation check, if you'd like.
12. I am not rolling hot tonight. That's different.
What's my investigation? I don't know.
That is an
Honestly,
8.
I got a 10. Rouse has his mind occupied.
You wish to make an investigation check.
Please
Yes.
do. You're the one with the high intelligence stat, I believe.
He's literally the investigator.
That's his job.
Sorry, audience is putting my pieces away. Your what? My pieces.
My penis.
Do you have to censor them?
Sometimes.
Oh gosh, Rick.
8 plus 8. 14, I think.
I think he rolled the second lowest and got the highest.
But, yeah, as you guys are... Excuse me. As you guys walk along, you see a few signs of footprints. You see some odd ones. There's like a few that are just bare feet in the like sludge of the sewer. One in very heavy boots. A few that seem almost skeletal, and oddly enough, big with your perception. You kind of miss most of them, but you do notice that there's one set of tracks that looks vaguely familiar. They seem to be turtle tracks. But yeah, as you pause to observe the tracks, you do hear a bit of a clattering behind you. Well. And as you turn, you do see a small group of people, sort of very well sort of dressed in very ragged clothes, seeming to be carved from the belts of beasts, and holding various crude instruments. So, that fellow was actually telling the truth. Nice bit of prey here.
Rallis is going to immediately just drop his cloak and outstretch his spines and just start walking towards them. Where is Saladin? Intimidation.
Yeah.
That's not bad, but I have advantage on intimidation. It's very hard to tell a 7 from 1 on this dice, so 18.
And Vane will also start walking forward with his... I assume the sort of greater warning will start glowing at this point.
Yeah.
So he'll now take his now magically glowing sword and just sort of holding it in front of him and just sort of have like some fire manifest in his hands. We're only going to ask once.
Which side of Rallis are you on?
Does it matter?
Whichever side you're not on, they will see the aura of Rallis' echo kind of bubble up from the blue and just separate it to whichever side he's not on.
Right, I'll be on your right side.
Cool, then it'll be on the left.
Do I need to make an intimidation?
Sure, and I'll say that with a glowing sword, advantage.
That would be a 27.
20. All right. So,
They shit themselves again.
Caleb, you want in on this?
let me roll for the friends. Well, fuck me. 2 1s. Okay.
So they were behind us, correct?
Yeah. So, yeah, as you see the smirk vanish from most of their faces, and as they slowly start to back away, a few of them have bows drawn, and you see the fingers holding the mag start to waver a bit. The leader, here's like this fairly big guy, has like tan skin, has like what seems to be a more lupine pelt just draped around the shoulders, like. Oh, whoa, hang on now. There's no need for all that. Come now, we're simple businessmen. So, how about, if you want to know where he is, make it worth our while.
You wouldn't be dead.
Ah.
How far away are they?
They're about like 15 feet away from you guys.
Good, they're in range.
You know what? Just for that, 16 feet. Fuck you.
They have taken a step back.
In fear.
No. But yeah. Leader just guy of smirks. But come now. We're simple businessmen. You gotta make it worth our while. How else are we supposed to eat,
Vane will just snap his fingers and, like, about 5 feet behind him, just create bonfire. Now it's just a raging inferno right behind them.
You make a valuable counter argument there, friend.
If that still hasn't convinced you, we can always see if you can eat lead.
How many are there?
There seems to be about 6 of them.
Not enough.
So, you do know where Saladin is, then?
Who?
The guy with one arm.
Oh, yeah, him. Well, he walked by and, we do the usual thing. Ask him to pay the toll. And, as it was, he said that if we let him go, well, why? Some hellfire prey would be following him. And seems he was telling the truth. Bit too healthy for our liking, though. Men, file back. You see them, filing back into a tunnel.
Oh. He's gonna ask Alice, are they from the city, or...?
I assume, they're munis. But, can I tell?
Yeah, roll for it.
Roll what?
Roll
Insight.
history, I suppose.
History would be 14.
14, you've heard tell of a group of bandits that have started using the parts of beasts as weapons just because it really freaks people out. Just because, since, it just kind of shows that they're not afraid of being infected, and, they hold infectious weapons. So, generally seen as overall assholes, even by other bandits.
Like, just going around coughing on people.
Yeah, who would do that?
But they don't have, an organizational name or anything.
Not like an organizational
They're
name
not
now,
worth the trouble.
It's more like there are various groups that have had the same idea about.
They're just a group of bandits.
Huh?
Nothing more.
I'm gonna cast Entangle. Just try to catch them all, I guess.
Alright. What do I need to roll for that?
It's a strength save, isn't it?
I'm double checking.
It's strength or dex
save?
save?
I don't have my glasses. Strength.
Ah.
Strength save. And they have to beat a 14.
Nope. One did.
Hmm.
And, yeah, so. Man, these dice hate me. Okay, so, as you cast your entangling spell, you, as they start to file out, you see, that many of them, get caught and, trip over each other, sort of fall into a bit of a heap as they're entangled. The leader himself, manages to, step back, sort of on top of the others. He's just like, oh, now that's a dirty trick there.
Here's a question. When you cast Entangle, they're vines, right?
It's kind of themed if there's already plants, generally vines.
It would probably be made out of the moss, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had a bonfire right behind them. Is that moss flammable?
No, moss is not flammable.
Damn it.
Moss is wet.
Mm-hmm.
It's very damp and would just sort of shrivel up.
Mm-hmm.
Worth the question, because,
True.
if he had cast oil, that would have been very bad for them. Or is it grease?
Grease.
Grease.
Yeah.
I had it
I can
once.
produce oil.
Yes.
Or mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. for days.
Mayonnaise, the most dangerous fluid in D&D.
I'm gonna dunk somebody in 5 gallons of mayonnaise before this campaign's over.
Important questions to know. How much mayonnaise can a dragon eat before it dies?
I actually looked up the other day if mayonnaise is in any way flammable, like any kind of it. No,
Darn.
because I know it's made with oils. All right, so what? All but the leader is entangled.
Ah, yeah.
I entangled them.
Thank you?
I mean, what's...
Question mark?
So, I mean, what are you guys planning to do? Or are you just... Is this... Like, they seem to be wanting to leave, but are you just going to,
Well,
like,
he
attack
seemed
them all
like he
down?
might
or-
have an idea where Saladin went. He was offering to, be bribed.
Where did Saladin go, and how long ago was it?
Well, the one still standing immediately, like, books it and runs.
Shoot him.
I'm sorry, I was phased out and also on my phone. What's happening?
A guy ran. Shoot him.
Not non-lethally, ideally. We need information.
Right, so just pop one in his leg.
Okay.
And if
I'm
that
probably
doesn't
going to have
work,
to roll a d20 for that, aren't I?
Yeah.
and if that doesn't work, I have 120 feet of Eldritch Blast.
That's not broken.
What's the attack bonus on a gun?
Dex plus proficiency, and if you have, you may or may not have archery, which would give you a +2 to ranged. I don't know what all you have.
He
so.
does not. He does not have fighting style.
Okay.
No. So an 11.
Excuse me.
Oh, what my spell
Sorry
attack
about that.
is?
So 11 plus a 5, so 16.
And then +1 because it's your magic gun.
Oh yes. Wait, doesn't that just add it to the damage?
That's +1 to hit and attack.
Oh.
11 plus 5. Did you roll an 8?
No, my dex mod's 5.
Plus
Plus
proficiency.
proficiency.
Oh.
Plus the 1.
Well, don't you only get proficiency if you're actually proficient in the weapon?
And you are.
You're
I would hope you're
your
proficient
weapon.
with a gun.
You are literally an artificer because of that.
Eh.
So
was
that would
literally
be
the whole
19?
reason.
Yeah, okay.
Or
Does a 19
no,
hit?
20.
A
It would be
19 will
not
hit.
that 20
19 hit, we're good.
because you have a +9 to hit.
Okay.
Is that good enough to choose where he hit?
I'd say so.
Yes, in which I go into VATS.
Oh,
Go
no.
for the eyes. He'll lose a turn.
Oh, no. My balls.
I've seen some like homebrew where it's like you can choose to try to make a higher roll for that.
Yeah.
My kneecap! It's broken! Anyway. Anyways, yeah, so just pop him in the leg.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, roll for damage.
Yes.
I don't think that's the D8.
I think that's
This
a
is-
D12 you
Oh,
got.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you left your
That's
D8
the,
here.
That's
and
the
I
one
don't
I
know where
left
it
here
is.
accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
A 5.
Plus Dex.
Plus... Wait, Dex mod?
Yes. Plus the 1 for your magic gun.
10 plus 1, so that's 11.
He shattered his kneecap.
Oh, yeah, with a very sickening crack, you hear it. You see the bullet connect, and as the man falls over, face first into the sludge.
He used to be abandoned until he took a bullet to the knee.
Oh, what the fuck?
Keep playing your cards wrong. Next time, that'll be your face.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what the hell? Ow, ow.
And Vane will just start walking and just every like 10
You're gonna
feet.
have to like walk over the people.
And like every 10 feet, he like snaps his fingers and the great bonfire appears 10 feet closer, 10 feet closer, like on the side that his head is able to see.
Like,
Does he even need a roll for the intimidation? Or?
Yeah, at this point, you guys are like, okay, stop, dude. Stop.
Morales is also walking up. He's just going to lean down, grab him by the head, and just start extend his talon and press it to his throat. I will not ask again.
The guy was walking down the path. He's going down the way you were going, please.
How long ago?
I was like 2 hours ago.
Morales is just going to bounce his head off the ground and just get up and walk away. And as he's walking, he's going to turn back. We never hear of your group again. You terrorize anyone, it'll be the last thing you do. You'll wish we had killed you.
You just knocked him out.
You slammed his head on the ground.
I didn't roll damage. And besides,
Don't
this
worry.
is entangled.
The stone was soft.
There's the 5 entangled. Again, I want to. You had to step over to
Remember,
get
we're in a sewer. There's a bunch of brown, mushy rocks. Surely. That's why
no.
it fucking smells down here.
Yeah, Vane will just sort of take like a singular, like, small bit of bandage, cut it off, and just sort of drop it on his body. And then start walking
I was
away.
about to say, I was like going to offer some bandages, but like. It's
Now that
already
it's
infected if he's rolled in the sludge. If I had like a pocket knife, I'd offer him an amputation.
He's gonna need one after.
Like he fell in the sludge with a hole.
Those
Oh,
knees
come
are.
on, come
He
on,
got
Big.
some
Where's
mouth
your...
first sludge.
Come
Well,
on.
his knees already a bunch of mush. I could probably shoot the rest of it off.
Come on, Big. Where's your dedication? If you don't have a pocket knife, use your teeth.
If you can make it, to any of them, he might need to see something about that infection. And
Well, so would the people he's probably killed.
Don't worry, the infection will see to him. Let's go.
Yeah, as you leave the very well panicked group of bandits
That we have.
That were-
entangled in
that
bandits.
I threatened that they'd wish we had killed them if I hear about them attacking anyone else.
that were supposed to be an encounter, but you guys rolled stupid high intimidation, so you know.
If I hear about them attacking someone else, I will let Vane do whatever he wants.
I mean, to be honest, are you surprised the guy with 20 charisma and is the face rolled high on intimidation?
I mean, I'm not surprised that Vane rolled well on intimidation. No, but
I want to point out that entangle is concentration. It doesn't have a time.
I mean, does it not have a range?
It has a range.
It
Yeah.
has a time. It should. I think it's like
I was about to
10
say I like
minutes
to
an
imagine
hour.
that just over the next few weeks, just Big keeps thinking, "Oh, I wonder how those bandits are doing," and that just prolongs the spell.
Range is 90 feet. When we're 90 feet away, they're free.
Concentration
Alright.
up to 1 minute.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's probably getting to there right
All right.
now.
Yeah.
Anyway, on we move.
Yeah.
That was fun, I guess.
Yeah, we just keep marching forward along the path we had been headed on, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Rouse retrieves his cloak. I'm not going to say it every time.
Yeah, I don't want to keep pressing Vane, but again, like that's just like, he spoke your language? That's just strange for another.
If you want to try and make another insight, you can.
I'm just gonna ask, like, is he was from where you're from then, or something? Like he spoke the same language you do. That's a nat 1.
Yeah, that would be a 25.
Yeah.
So was that your father?
After this, Big's not gonna ask again for a while about anything. Like that's, after that, yeah, he's just the most trustworthy person Big's met.
Yeah, Vane's never lied to you before. What are you talking about?
I know he tried to burn down a church last week, but maybe he's an okay guy. But, yeah. Eventually, as you guys continue walking on, you begin to see more signs of just something being by. A lot of slashes in the wall as people have walked by, as someone has walked by. Heavier, fresher footsteps and things of that nature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor Moss. He didn't ask for this bullshit.
And oddly enough, eventually, as you walk along with the dripping of the water and the various echoing off of the cavernous walls, you hear what seems to be a dull humming noise.
Vane will just sort of hold up the sword just to see if it's glowing or anything.
It is glowing faintly, which, from your time wielding it, you can probably take to mean that there is danger nearby, but it doesn't seem to be aware of you.
I'll just sort of motion to everyone by holding my hand up and just sort of put my finger to my lip to be quiet. just sort of crouch down and start heading forward.
Yeah. As you begin to crawl forward, you excuse me. Oh, allergies are not fun for people at home. But the sound begins to become a bit more clear, and it seems like someone who is humming a song. You begin to hear more footsteps, sort of reverberating a bit, and eventually you hear what it sounds like a dull smack of a blade upon metal. Quiet, you damn fool. I swear, of all the undead, I had to find some that hummed. God's damned rotting corpses.
Do we recognize the voices?
You do recognize the voice of Saladin.
Does it seem like they're moving away from us?
It seems so, yes.
Okay. So I'll just sort of motion for everyone to keep following.
Because Rel was a soldier, can he determine about how far off they are?
Roll for it. Perception.
What is my perception? 14.
Ah.
Not bad.
Of a 14... Let me check something. Of a 14, it's a little bit difficult to tell, just because of all the echoing net noises and cacophony of our noises and such, but I'd say you could probably tell they're somewhere between about 60 to 90 feet of your little group.
How bright is the tunnel?
I mean...
Is it, like, dim, dark?
I'm glowing.
Yeah, it's rather dim, but thankfully you do have a glowing friend who's helping a little bit.
None of us have dark vision, I don't think.
I do.
Oh yeah, that was the trade-off. You're less stealthy.
Yeah, I'm less stealthy, but because my eyes are glowing and casting light, I get dark vision. Which I believe is only 30 feet is what I have.
Also, I have 60 feet of dark vision, so...
Oh,
yeah, so
Yeah,
you might be able to see them.
Yeah, you're half elf, I guess.
Half elf.
So yes, Caleb, as you crouch down behind your less dark-inclined friends, you see what seems to be a small, almost caravan of some sort in front of you. It seems as though you can't quite make out the full shape, but you see one rather tall form with a cape draped over the right side of their body that you can surmise is Saladin. And you see a few sort of grasping, shambling forms around in front of him with what seem like almost leashes leading off of their bodies. And behind him you see a couple of forms of bags on their heads. One is rather short and squat, the other one a bit more tall and lithe.
I'll come up next to Vane, and I'll just lightly tap on him with the tip of my gun, and basically point it towards Saladin, saying that I have a clear shot here, and basically try to, without really saying anything, try to ask if I should take the shot.
Vane will just sort of look at you for a moment and then look back ahead. And he'll just sort of look back at you and just nod. And he'll just sort of tap, he'll turn towards you and sort of tap the back of his head, just sort of saying you should aim for his head.
If you motion to Rallis as well, he's going to look at you and just nod. Get into a stance of, I'm rushing them at the moment you do.
All right.
And actually, while he's preparing that, I'm going to sort of get into the side, into the close to the wall, and with my Eldritch Invocation, One with Shadows. While I'm in an area of dim light or darkness, I use my action to become invisible until I move or take an action or reaction.
I was about to say, I'm going to go ahead and cast Hidden Step.
Okay.
Do you want us to go ahead and roll initiative just so that we can determine our orders and that our
Yes,
actions?
please.
In that order? Okay. I got a 16.
I got
Not nat 20.
I got a 6.
Wow. Well, I mean, you're the one that's going to be doing the first thing anyway, so.
This universe really wants me to not get too close to the Saladin.
And
Good for him.
I am 17.
So it was 17. Johnny?
6.
6.
20.
20.
16.
All right. So it's
Clearly, Big would be the first one ready to take action in this situation.
Well, I mean, it does make sense. You two said you're going to be hiding. Raul said he's going to wait until after Caleb fires and rush them. And
Yeah, this is all
Caleb
after
has
his
to-
shot goes off anyway, right? Because that's a surprise attack.
yeah. Well, it'll be his surprise attack, but he'll be the one. Well, I guess I'll be acting last because I'm going to run up 30 feet and then immediately after his shot because I don't want to mess that up. But you two will be invisible.
all right. So, Big, it would be your move first, or is it like you're just going to start off with a shot?
I assume we're just starting.
Yeah, I
with the
think
shot.
it's all this is like after, as he fires.
Ah,
All right. For this shot, I am going to put away my other gun for a moment just so I can hold it steady. As steady as my anger will as I can while I'm fucking mind-numbingly angry.
Hell hath no fury.
That's a 22.
Does he have advantage because he's hidden?
I'd say so.
Roll for crit.
Yeah, that's not a crit.
Still good sneak attack.
No, fair enough. So let's see here. 2d8, 2d8. Is it? Yes.
And then your sneak attack.
Which is
What level rogue are you?
3.
3, I believe, is. I'm about to
think
get
it's
to it, but I'm pretty sure it's 2d6 at 3. 2d6, yeah. And did you use your +1 gun?
Oh, fair
So
enough.
13, so I'll keep track of it for you. So 14. I guess we'll hold that. So that'd be 19. That'd be 23 total.
So,
Square into this scumbag's leg.
So, as the hammer clicks down and the chamber fires out towards Saladin, you see the world begin to move in slow motion almost. You see the tall figure you aim for turn around slightly as the gun fires. And then behind him, a rather large, a figure of a bit of a taller form in armor, sort of slams a shield down. And while it doesn't block it entirely, you do see the bullet deflect off and sort of whiz past the Saladin's ear. Ah, what the? And you see him look over. Oh, you bastards! And you see him quickly draw a blade and point it toward you. Oh, you may have taken my arm, but I think I'll take a bit more from you now. And then, and as he says that, you see him pull on the leashes of the various zombies in front of him, sort of send them shambling over your way. With that, combat has begun. So, Big.
Alright. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to move forward a bit, kind of closer to Silent, and I'm going to cast blindness, deafness. It's not one to roll to hit. It's just you have to feed the.
Is that a con save?
Yeah, it's a con save. Again, I really got to raise my spell save. It's just 14.
Ah.
Well, you're multi-classing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't do that until
Well,
you
both
get...
use the same score.
Well, until you get an ability score improvement,
Yeah.
you can't increase it.
Next level.
That'll be a 24 save.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're good, bud.
Yeah, you see the fey magics of your body sort of like circle around his eyes in sort of a cloud of spores. He sort of like shakes it off. Oh no, I know you want your bullshit. No.
Also, does he realize that the guy who actually blew off his arm isn't there? And is like the only person missing?
Yeah, I was invisible until I took action.
Because
I'm
I'm still...
amazed he didn't try to use that little mind attack on me again.
Yeah.
Which I have an argument for, by the way.
Oh?
Given that Caleb has now gone through something even fucking worse than that thing with his dad, and is basically dead inside by now, does it really work on him?
Would it be worse?
Perhaps the
might be
DM has notes for that.
Bruh.
This'll be good.
So, with that, the big fellow sort of like moves forward, and as it approaches you, get a better look at it. It's sort of wearing. It's wearing odd armor. It seems like mostly scavenged bits and pieces that seem more in place to hold it together than to actually protect it. It seems like a fairly hastily made or poorly made zombie, or something along those lines. It oddly enough seems to have a good bit of its sense left, and it approaches with its shield sort of upraised as it walks towards your group. Excuse me. And yeah, as you sort of see it clawing at the helm on its face, and as it pokes its head out from around the shield, I need you all to make me a dex save.
Well, I have a very good idea that I'm going to do this. Yep. Not even- I'm guessing a 9 doesn't pass.
Unfortunately not.
Vane got a 21.
I got me a 23.
Ah,
I got a 10.
I got a rock.
My dex save is 2.
Oh.
Mine is 2.
so,
We're big. We're not dexterous.
I'm a medium creature.
I count as medium.
you see a torrent of flames start to form in this thing's mouth, and Rallis, you notice a second too late that this revenant or zombie or whatever it is made from dragonborn parts. And as a large breath of flame which comes towards you all, those of you who saved will take half damage, but those of you who didn't,
What was the save?
What was the save?
Like,
Oh,
what number did we have to beat?
What was the DC?
15.
Oh, yeah, so I failed too then.
Yeah.
I thought I did, but I was gonna ask.
So yeah, that's 14 damage. Those of you who succeeded take half damage. And poor Sindri, who rolled a fucking 1 again. Yeah, you see that he has just been trying to block out pretty much everything happening to his time, because, you know, he doesn't like hunting serial killers, he doesn't like the sewers, he doesn't like bandits. He looks up just in time to see the flame pierce through his map that he's holding. He's like, ah, ah, ah. And
Sindri is now in cinders.
and yeah, as he screams in pain, you see him jump into the lake of water in between the two walkways. Ah!
Did he think to close his mouth?
Actually, here's a question. Because Rallis was going to rush immediately forward as the shot went off, wouldn't I be 30 feet closer? What was the guy's range on that is what I'm asking.
He walked forward 30 feet.
Okay, so I would have been... I'm right up on him. Good.
He breathed into you.
Good. So I'm going to say, you just burned off Rallis' cloak. That can be gone right now.
Oh, fair.
And then Vane, he just sort of, while still crouched in the shadows, just like barely just sort of moved his body very subtly.
Oh, yeah.
So it just like sort of singed the side of his body, but just not even flinching, just sort of keeping still enough that his invisibility remains.
Big's fucked. That was a quarter of Big's health.
Oh, no.
Big is squishy.
So,
Yeah.
on that note, Vane, it will be your turn.
All right. So, question: if from where I currently am, where I am invisible, would that count as a surprise attack?
Sure.
I honestly don't know the rules on that. So I guess.
You know, if you want to attack him, Rallis is within 5 feet anyway, so.
So yeah, I'll break the invisibility to cast an Eldritch Blast, and let's see. I'll cast both beams at. Let's see. Is Saladin still like directly like behind the creature's shield, or is he like 30
Saladin's
feet back?
it goes like there's the thing with the shield, then there's a few of the shambling zombies, and then Saladin's like at the back with his prisoners.
Okay, and is he still like 60 feet away, is what you said?
He's about 60 feet away, yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna fire both of them at Saladin.
Alright.
Let's see, I forget. Okay, yes. Alright, so that is a, let's see, that is a 21 to hit with the beams.
That'll hit. Do you need to roll something real quick?
So the first beam is 20 damage of force.
Hmm.
And then the other is 23 damage from force.
Hmm. So, as he sees the beams rushing toward him, he says, "Oh no, you won't get me with the same trick twice, you bastard!" And as you see him like flick up his blade, you see he has a new sword, sort of a glimmering, almost ambery blade that seems to. One of the blade blasts does hit him in the stomach, but one of the blasts seems to enter the blade almost as it just sort of gets sucked in and it glows a bit brighter. You see that Saladin has probably become a bit more deranged in the days since. That being said, Rallis, your move.
One question right here. This dragon zombie, what color is it?
Just a second. It seems to be made up of red dragonborn parts.
Just red dragonborn parts?
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to drop my arrow immediately behind it, and I'm going to make a bunch of attacks against this thing.
Okay.
So that is going to be... Also, I'm going to activate my shield as well. So that is going to be 11 plus 10, so 21.
That will hit.
Okay. Where is my hit die? Oh, that is not my hit die. That's going to be 9. I should have read dueling a little bit closer. Is that just an addition to my attack roll, or does that also do damage?
I think it's just to your attack roll, I believe.
That's what I thought, but I do not remember.
No, it's +2 to damage rolls, not attack rolls.
Okay. Oh,
So
then,
it does +2 damage, not to hit.
What was to hit?
No, that's archery, I think.
Book here says it's to damage. Oh yeah, damage rolls. Okay. So that's going to be 11 plus another 8, so 19, and I don't. Do you know if the feet piercer is a +1 to my damage?
I can check.
Because I know I get to re-roll a damage die once a turn.
Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals piercing, you can reroll one of the attack's damage die, and you must use the new roll. And then the other thing's a crit thing.
Okay. So 19 damage for that hit.
Oh, all right.
Okay, let's roll again. Another 21.
That will still hit.
Ooh, that's gonna be 20 damage. And my Echo's gonna make an attack with my, I believe, Unleashed Incarnation. 25.
That will hit.
That one's only 12.
How many attacks do you get?
I get 2 attacks, but my Unleash Incarnation lets me make an extra attack with my Echo, but it can only do it up to my, I believe, my Con modifier, which is 4. And then I could Action Surge, which, do you know what you're doing? You already know what you're doing on your turn?
Not yet.
Okay, then I'm gonna, because he goes next, correct? Or
No.
Oh.
He
I'm the
went
next
first.
one of us to go.
what?
I think.
Yeah, Caleb has not gone, and then it would just.
Right. You were first.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll pass it to Caleb.
All right. This is your go, Caleb.
So, quick update. What's the position on all the enemies again?
It's you guys. Rallis is engaged with the shieldmen. There's a few zombies shambling towards the main group, and then there is Saladin standing back with his prisoners.
Oh, he has prisoners.
Yes.
Excuse me. Let me just check all my stuff I can do here, because there's a lot. I have lots of options.
I don't have that many attack spells I've been looking through. I don't have many attack spells, and the ones I do are almost all saves instead
You know
of
what I
just a
haven't
spell
used
attack.
ever?
Oh.
I don't think I've used Booming Blade at all.
You've never really attacked with a melee weapon.
Yeah, you can't use it on range, so.
Yeah. However, I do have a hand axe to do that with, and like 4 daggers I meant to do something with. Alright, well, we'll just shoot at Saladin, I guess, while the... what's the speed of the Shamblers coming over to us?
About 25.
And how far away am I from them?
About 30 feet.
So they can't quite get to us.
So they'd have to wait a couple of turns to actually get to us, right?
Yeah.
Because...
Unless they want... Well, they could dash and, like, use their action to get within range, but then they wouldn't be able to hit us.
Yeah.
Also, I took half health from that one big attack, right?
Yes.
Or half damage.
Half damage, yeah.
How much was that?
7 you would have taken.
Yeah,
I
7 you would
do
have taken.
know what I'm doing.
Okay, so I'm at 43 health. Okay, I'll just shoot it. Oh yeah, I'll just shoot at Saladin. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to first call out to Saladin. Remember me?
Oh, you fucking bastard.
Look, I'm just saying, if you get into a one-on-one with him, I have music.
Also, I feel like he should have more of a problem with me, considering I'm the one who actually scarred him for life.
Look, I don't have something if both of you fight him.
Listen, it's his turn. He will have things.
I really want to make sure I get to that motherfucker. All right. We'll shoot at one of the shamblers first.
All right.
All right. So. $16 plus a 5, that's a 21. Plus a 3, that's 24. Will that hit?
That will hit.
Fantastic. What even are those things, ACs anyway, or are you not?
I would say
keen
he's
on
probably
telling
not
us?
going to tell us until after the battle.
I can't imagine they're that much.
We'd have to figure it out ourselves.
Oh shit, that's right. I don't think any of us have the ability to do that. Maybe.
Well, if you match.
You know it's at least. You know it's a 24 or below.
I mean, if he rolls a 13 misses and I roll a 14 and hits, then I think we know. But
If you say that, I'm gonna miss my next turn, I'm sure.
10 plus a 1 is 16, and then I add Dex mod to it, don't I?
Yep.
So 16, so 21, I think.
Man, all you
Yes.
combat-oriented people, it must be nice.
So that's 21 damage.
21 damage. Yeah, of that you just sort of hit it straight in the neck, and yeah, it just sort of collapses as its spine ceases to support it as it falls over into the pond or the sewer water.
Good. All right. I don't think I have any bonus actions. So,
Yeah.
but I will not end my turn. I will never end my turn. We will sit here with my victory forever. Fuck all of you. No, go ahead.
Just keep tapping the ground with a 10-foot pole. Oh.
you
So-
do it enough times, could you dig your way to the other side of the planet?
I will erode this fucker.
So, as the remaining shamblers make their way forward, one is going to try and grab onto your echo there, my dear friend.
Yeah. For the first time we've been in battle, that this thing has a lower AC than me.
Does a 17 hit?
That matches it.
That'll hit them. And yeah, it just takes a swing with one of its claws and does about 7 damage to it.
Cool, it has 1 hit point.
Yeah, I was about to say. You see the shambler just sort of like scratch towards the echo before just continuing to walk on, not even seeming phased as it vanishes from existence. The other one sort of circles around the shieldman and and is going to try and take a swing at you, Rallis, since you're the closest one here. And is a 17 at you?
Nope.
Yeah, as it tries to just scratch at you, it just sort of like...
It hits the shield.
Yeah, just sort of like... Just feels like a cat scratching at your front door or something. And of that, it is Saladin's turn. My lair ruined, my gang scattered, and now you seek to chase me down here. Well, let's see how you like a taste of your own medicine. And as he points towards you, Vane, with a vengeful glare in his eye, you see his blade beginning to spark and glow, as an eldritch blast shoots towards you.
Natural 1.
Question, would that count as him shooting a spell for counterspell? I have no idea how that works with...
He's using a spell blade, so I doubt it.
I have no idea how that works.
And I know that because I had one once.
Yeah, do you know, does that count as him casting it or not?
I have no idea.
I believe it doesn't.
Hold on.
It's been a very long time since I looked at the spell blade, but I believe it doesn't.
To do this, you cast it
As normal.
but it does not take effect until you activate it. You put your attack and unity plus. Activate your don't think it does, because it.
I don't think so, no.
Because it would be my casting is what.
It's one Eldritch Blast. Do you really want to waste a level 3 spell on it?
Possibly.
Spellcasters are squishy.
Cool. He can hit you with a D10.
So let's see.
Wait, do you have a repelling blast? Is this going to push you 10 feet?
No.
Is it scented?
It does 5 extra damage.
So I'm guessing 25 will hit?
Yes.
Alright.
Also, does that use my spell attack bonus?
It can.
Yes.
Alright, then it does plus 8 damage.
Thank you.
And deals plus 5 because of Agonizing Blast.
Can you Hellish Rebuke him for that?
Your guy is really geared towards death.
Have you seen what Warlock does?
I have never played Warlock.
It's called Eldritch Blast.
It's kind of fun.
I've heard of that. I've heard that.
Warlocks are fun.
You don't get many spell slots, but every goddamn one of them's all max level and deal ungodly amounts of damage.
You know, so sometimes you whiff an Eldritch Blast, sometimes you burn a dinosaur to death. It just kind of happens.
Yeah. So, as the blast hits your chest, you stagger back a bit as the force of it just sort of singes your chest, and you feel the force within you sort of pushed around by the force of the blow. It feels stronger than it should for some reason, as you have taken 30 force damage.
In response, as I'm stumbling back, I quickly point my finger at him and unleash a Hellish Rebuke, and he must make a Dex save.
Will do.
Yeah, welcome to Warlock. I have heard. I've seen this one too.
And the DC is 16.
Gotcha.
My DC is ass. Our music's gone. He seems pretty dexterous.
So I'll be in 18.
That barely passes.
Apologies.
Looks like we both suck.
So, yeah, does that have damage, or?
I believe it just failed. Oh, nope, it is half damage. I thought it was a Saber Suck spell.
Then,
so it does 4d10 damage, cut in half.
Plus your spell attack modifier, I believe.
Yes. And I
So a max of 48 before it's halved.
Hellish Rebuke to this day is still top 3 best spells in this game. It is so awesome.
For combat,
it's such a great spell.
I don't know, I was looking at the Awaken spell the staff gives me, and it's pretty fun.
So the damage is 27, so cut that in
I
half.
can epic Mickey shit, dude. Sorcerer Mickey.
So it'd be 14.
I can bring
Alright,
inanimate
so
objects to
14.
life.
Yeah.
If you brought his sword to life, do you think it would
Or
turn
would
on
it be
him?
20... Wait, is it 14?
It'd be 13 or 14.
26 and a half is 13.
13
so
and a half.
I could
Yeah.
bring your cape to
Okay.
life.
you round it up, yeah.
It could be Doctor Strange's.
And with that blast, you
choke
see
him
him.
I mean, I don't have a cape.
Oh, you had a cape.
I have
And
a cloak.
it
Yeah,
does
cloak.
bypass resistance if that matters.
Good to know. Thank you. So yeah, with that blast, you see him starting to make his way back down the tunnel, sort of dragging the prisoners along behind him. Come on.
Oh, that's a lot of dope.
And yeah, he gets about 10 feet away, more away, since the prisoners seem to be resisting. See, there's 2 of them just with their bags over their fairly big bags over their head. Speaking of big, it's your turn again, friend. We're back up the list.
Alright, so how far away is Salad?
At this point, he would be about 40 feet away.
Let's see. Shoot. How far away are the shamblers? You called them?
They're about 10 feet away. There's like one beside Rallis, one sort of behind the shield guy.
I like to think the one on Rallis. Rallis just has his arm out and it's just going, ah.
Yeah, Rallis is just like, no, stop it.
He's just going to back off.
Let's see.
It's not a threat. It's just kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if Saladin only moves like 10 feet a turn, that means I'd still have like 10 turns to blast him with Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
Because it shoots so far for some reason.
You can take a potion as a bonus action, right?
We play it like that, yeah.
I want to see what mine does. Just what the one does. The one I made.
Huh.
One. Let's see. I think that's the shittiest one. Oh, heals 2d4 plus int mod. That's good, actually. I've taken damage.
You took a quarter of your health, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's it.
So 2d4 plus 3. Let's see.
Ah.
It's actually really good for you right now.
Oh, yeah.
3, 5 plus 3, so
8.
well, 5 plus 3 plus 3, 11. 2d4 plus 3.
Huh.
Oh no, it is 5. 'Cause- okay, let's see.
So you just made you were making a bunch of health potions, just standard 2d4 plus 4s, and you went, I'm just gonna add a bunch of stuff together and see what I get, and just made a shittier health potion.
I mean, if you're smart, it's better.
You
The
went,
smarter you are, the more it heals you.
I mean, it's not even shittier, it's the same thing. 2d4 plus the number.
Well, 2d4 plus 3 for me.
you
Yeah.
just went, oh, I have all the ingredients for a health potion except rat tail. Let's just see what we get if we don't add that.
I think I'll try a health potion. Daring today, aren't we?
Let's throw in a fish eye instead. See what happens.
Yeah, instead of a cod eye, I threw in a bass eye.
How original.
It tastes slightly of lemons instead.
Bruh, better not.
Turns out you just made lemon pledge. Good job.
No, you
Oh,
figured
let
out
me-
the
I don't
secret
think I've
ingredient
cast
to
Earth Tremor. Let me see what that
the merchant's secret health potions that change flavor.
The merchant's eviler cousin, the merchant.
Oh gosh.
You know, it's funny. The merchant's potion gimmick was it every time you opened one, it just said something, but for whatever reason, it was I'm cherry flavored. Yes,
And it was
that was
always
the one.
lemon. 'Cause I remember that because it was always lemon whenever we drank it. Because I forget, was it Johnny's character that was allergic to lemon or something?
I don't know.
I forget what it was. We had something where it was like lemon. One of us was allergic or something.
Alright, I'm going to cast Earth Tremor.
All right.
I don't think that was me.
I don't know who that was.
I think it's that Neon
remember-
is allergic to lemon in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am.
That might have been what it is.
No, I had that character. My character for that campaign was allergic to lemon. It never came up.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Because remember,
But-
the merchant's things always tasted like lemon.
Yeah, it was always going to be that if he took the lemon flavored health potion too, he'd be allergic to it. But then we never did it. Here, I'm just going to cast Spike Growth in front of it. It's up to 150 feet away in front of Saladin.
Spike growth is an awesome spell as well.
It's great.
Rallis used to have that back when he was a spellcaster.
I was thinking of casting it between us and the Shamblers, because depending on their health, it might kill them, because every 5 feet you walk in, it is...
2d4 plus whatever.
Yeah, plus my spell mod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's just going to be dragging prisoners through it.
Well, it might slow Saladin down.
They fall over and die.
It's also difficult terrain, so it absolutely will
slows
slow him down.
So instead of 10, it'll be like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the area of that?
It's within 150
It's
feet of
a-
me, and it's a 20-foot circle.
It's 20-foot radius, I
Yeah.
believe. So it's
Well,
40
radius
feet
means
across.
circle.
Ah,
I
yeah.
think
Oh, yeah.
that fills the tunnel.
I was about to say, yeah, you like focus your energies and you see it just so like
All the moss in the tunnel.
cover a good bit. Yeah, just the moss of the tunnel weaves around itself into its sharp, fine points. Gets a good stretch of the area behind Saladin as he starts to like pull the prisoners along, and you even see it get a little bit on the other bank as it like just circles around. It's like, oh, I don't think I've forgotten about you, Druid. As soon as I get my new arm, I'm going to strangle the life out of you personally.
What happened to me the arm you stole off your other lackey there, would it?
Trust me, I'll do much finer things with it than he will.
Oh.
That's creepy as fuck, Saladin.
Well, you know, maybe I wouldn't need to be creepy if someone hadn't blown my fucking arm off.
You're welcome. I love the sword, by the way.
I hope you do. It was my grandmother's, you bastard.
And then just Big's just sitting there thinking, it might be nice to learn how to attach limbs like that.
But anyways, that big
I
string.
may have notes from that too, Big.
Nice. And that is all I can do.
Let's see.
Ah, yeah.
Was it my turn or?
That'll be... Oh, it's the Revenant's turn.
All right.
So I healed myself. There's worse things to do right there.
Yeah.
True.
You healed yourself and cut off his path, unless you want to take shit tons of damage.
So, as the as the Dragonborn of the big shield like lowers it down to face off against Euralis, you see it like raise back its hand in a fist and it seems to have oh sorry, and it seems to have almost like a spear sort of like piercing through its arm and just like that as it just like lowers it down to get a good grip on it, and it will jab it forward towards you. What's your AC again?
18 right now.
Going through its
right now?
arm. Good God, it's part Tarkatan. That's a joke for all of you Mortal Kombat fans out there.
When's the part where we
So,
run through all the 100 bodies?
That's an 18, which fortunately will hit.
So,
With Saladin, probably
real
not
quick.
long.
As he's doing this, does anything kind of strike Relish about this one?
Would Relish like to make an insight check or perception?
Yes. No. That's 8.
An 8, you say? It's a zombie, all right. That thought passes through your mind as the spear lunges forward and like pierces through your shoulder, doing about 12 damage, 12 piercing damage.
Oh my God.
So that drops thing is hurting me.
Yeah, and as it pulls the spear back for a second attack, 17 this time. So a bit more focused this time. You managed to raise the shield and just sort of deflect the spear as it off to the side as it just lunges forward again. And you hear it gives a very angry growl. With that. With that, it is your turn, Vane.
Alright, so first thing, I'm going to use my bonus action to drink my health potion.
Yeah, you never used yours.
6. That is 8 healing. Alright, and then with that, Vane will take aim again, and he will once again fire off his Eldritch Blast.
When are you able to fire 2 a turn?
Level 5. And that is a nat 20.
A natural 20 will hit.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Do
No.
spells crit?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do double damage.
If
not
you
max
can
damage.
roll for it, it can crit.
Yep.
And I'll say that as a critical hit, it moves a bit too fast for him to try and capture the spell this time.
Actually, I need to look.
What's the turn order like again? Who's after Vane?
I believe it's me
Morales,
and
then
then
you.
Also, do we double the individual blasts? Because they are technically separate attacks. Or separate hits.
It would be double for the one you roll for.
I mean, they roll the same.
Do they?
You only
you
roll
just
once?
roll.
You-
You roll a single attack, and they both hit with or miss, depending on what the roll
Oh.
is.
Oh, fair enough.
For that, we might just want to do max damage instead of doubling.
Well, I'm double it.
Doubling's fine.
I mean, I can double it. It's just sometimes it matters if things are separate.
I'd
if
say
they're
double one of
resisted.
them.
Okay, double one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
10,
Yeah.
18. So the one that doubles is a 46 force. And then the other is 11. The other one is 16 force. So 46 plus 16 total.
So 59. That is, yeah.
Yeah, you send forth the blades, and he raises his blade to block again as he had before, but having put a little bit of extra effort into it, just having seen him turn your own magic against you, sort of made your blood boil a little bit, as it were, and as he raises the blade to block, you see the blade just sort of splits in half and pierces through both of your shoulders. Ah!
Yeah, Vane just turned his magic up from an 8 to a 9. What was that about not forgetting and being prepared, Saladin?
Oh, I am going to enjoy killing you.
And with that, that will be Vane's turn.
It's good to have fans.
On that note, it will be your turn, Vane. Or I'm sorry, it'll be your turn, Rallis.
I was like, okay, I'll go again, sure.
No, please.
And he kills Saladin.
Okay. Well,
I want to hear
Rallis
this one-on-one
is,
music with me and that bastard, so...
can I roll again to
Past
see
the
if I
horizons.
recognize this
Gotta get past the
Dragonborn?
Horde of Undead.
Sure.
Anything about him?
I'll get past it.
Ooh, that's much better. How's a 17?
With 17, this Dragonborn, it's hard to get a good grasp on him exactly. You see that he has very scarred face, but you do see that he has armor from your homeland on.
What color Dragonborn are you?
I'm pretty sure this is my corpse.
I was thinking that might be cool.
That's a D10 plus my level. I'm gonna use my bonus action to heal a little bit. Heal 12 hit points. Not bad. That brings me back up to 59. I just negated his last turn, and I'm going to make 4 attacks against him while I action surge.
You alright?
Fuck yourself up, my
29.
That will hit.
For 16 damage.
Okay.
20.
That will hit.
guy. Y'all are like death powered, and I'm just like
18.
weird.
We're the
that will not
utility.
hit.
Yeah,
No, that
I
was
am,
the
but
damage.
It doesn't come
Oh,
up
sorry, yeah.
27.
That will hit.
20 damage.
Okay.
That one's a miss. That's a 12.
Okay.
See, for the DM to make monsters strong enough to challenge y'all, they have to be able to kill me in 2 hits.
Yeah, so a sort of renewed sense of vigor. You You unleash a flurry of blows with your talons, and feel it pierce through a good bit of its armor, and it sort of staggers back a bit, sort of holding its arm to its side. But it is still standing. With that, it is your turn, Caleb.
So Saladin, since he's trying to get away from us, how far away is he from me?
About 50 feet at this point, I'd say.
He's not getting away from me. Alright, so we're going to use Long Strider to get plus 10 movement speed. And we're going to go right after him, screaming, "I'm not letting you get away from me again!"
So you move to within 10 feet of him?
Yes.
I need you to make me a wisdom save.
21.
21?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel the sort of waves of psychic energy wash over you once again as you just like shrug it off, and the guy just smirks. Oh, a bit excuse me, a bit more hardy of head are we this time, are we?
No. Just dead inside. Alright, from here, I think I can make an attack still, can't I?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll just shoot him. I don't think I'm close enough to use Booming Blade, so
Okay.
just try shooting him in the leg. Why not? Maybe I'll blow off his kneecaps again. Or maybe I'll blow up his kneecaps like I did that one dude.
What'd you roll?
A 2, so that is plus 5, 7, so a 10 total.
I'm sorry, that will not hit.
Shite.
Yeah, as you just sort of land down a bit loose from the long adrenaline rush, you just like fire off a shot, and he like that dodges the one side. Oh my, you seem angry. What? Didn't like being reunited with dear old dad?
I'm going to enjoy this.
He pushed the Goku button.
So with that, it's the Shambler's turn. The one with Rallis is going to try and make another scratching attack at you. And as a 17 does not hit, correct?
Nope. It is too low.
Yeah, it just just keeps like trying to reach around a shield at you, but no luck. Meanwhile, the one that was behind the shield bearer is going to turn around and try and go after you, Caleb. And yeah, does an 18 hit you?
I'm sorry, what?
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, it just barely hits.
Ah.
I have to say, getting that shield was a genius idea. All I have to do is make you enchanted to give me another +1 to my defense.
But yeah, as it shambles towards you as you try to like quickly line up another shot on Saladin, you excuse me, you feel a tearing feeling in one of your shoulders as the shambler like just reaches around and bites into you. And unfortunately, that does about 10 piercing damage.
My AC is 12. I have 50 health.
Do you not have armor?
I'm a druid.
And you can still wear armor.
I can't
Yeah.
wear metal armor.
So just wear leather armor like me.
I haven't had the opportunity to go armor shopping.
It's called starting with it.
I didn't start with armor. I started with clothes.
Talk to Caleb. He probably has a spare set of armor.
Yeah, I'll go to Caleb for my non-metal armor.
Assuming I make it out of this, I can make you some, yeah.
Yeah. So, that it is Sal's turn. And, yeah, Caleb, since you're there, and I would like you to make me another wisdom save. With disadvantage this time, since there's an enemy close to you.
Actually, it was 2 sessions ago in this, or I had my first like attack made against me.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really cockeyed.
Something like that. I made it.
Two
I made it a lot of sessions in without ever getting struck.
So episode 7, I believe. that hit.
17 plus a 2, so 19?
Fortunately, yeah, the modifiers and everything, I'm sorry, it was he just barely hit you. Gotta agree with it, it was a 19. So, as he widens his eyes a bit and focuses, he just smiles. Let's try that again.
So so what? At this point, do I just relive the night where I perceive that Krishna abandons me?
Well, it begins much like it did last time. Ting, ting, ting. Hold it steady now, son.
Oh, this
And-
again?
And, yeah, it plays out much the same as you help your father finish one of his guns, like, a fine piece of work this is. Your mother would be so proud of you, you know? Someday this shop will be yours. And all my hopes for you will come true, my lad. I'm proud of you. And all you've become. And as you hear the door open this time, you feel something different this time as your father turns around. Yeah, almost unconsciously you feel your arms moving, grabbing the freshly made gun, and as you bring it around, you fire. You can't see the man's face, but you see him stumble back and fall. Your father, stops, stunned for a second. Oh, that man had a gun. Hey, he, instantly kneels down. Are you okay, my boy? Are you alright? Well, don't worry. We'll get it all sorted out. And it begins to play out in flashes as you see the life you could have had, working alongside your father in a shop, making guns, starting a family, letting him retiring one day, leaving Fibbleflip to you, smiling as you walk down the aisle. Smiling as you introduce him to his first grandson. Smiling, happy. The rest of you, meanwhile, see Caleb seeming drunk for the first time in his life, as he slowly turns around and raises his gun towards you all. Yes, Caleb, you are technically unconscious for this. But the rest of you see his body being controlled somewhat by Saladin. Now then, I think it's about time to reconvene later. And as he says this, you see him push the tied-up prisoners into the sewer water as he makes the leap across the water and begins to run down the other side.
Would that still be in the thorns?
For a brief part, he's just past the thorns. He's around about 80 to 90 feet away at this point.
Okay.
But he's a good bit away. The prisoners are in the water, struggling and trying to tread water, and you see Caleb pointing a gun towards the group.
He did run through the thorns, though, correct?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
This is all happening real quick. All right.
Yeah, because he has very good speed. With that, as this all unveils before you, big, it is your turn.
Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do. I guess I'll hop in the water, try to get the folks.
Yeah.
How does that work during combat?
I'd say roll me an athletics check.
Let's see. That's a 15.
15. With 15, yeah, you managed to quickly swim, sort of doggy paddle your way over to them through the murky water, and yeah, there's two with a 15. Which one would you like to get out first? There's sort of a taller. From this angle, you can kind of see it's a woman. The other one seems a bit more short and squat, and has an odd reptilian features.
I guess I'll save the woman.
Yeah, you grab the woman and sort of pull her to the edge and sort of hoist her up onto the shore.
Alright.
Yeah. And, that'll be your turn. Meanwhile, our revenant friend, having just been stabbed voraciously by Rallis, you see it turn back and give another roar as it grips its spear again and pierces forward. And that'll be a 24, which yeah.
That hits.
Mm-hmm. That'll be 15 piercing damage.
Okay.
And with the second attack, that'll be a 22.
Okay.
And only 10 that time.
10.
But yeah, just very trained movements, grabs it, spear, and just you see it sort of tear into the chunks of Rallis' armor as he staggers back again. With that, Vane, it is your turn.
Alright. Vane will see Saladin trying to run away, and he'll just be like, "Not so fast." And he'll just sort of raise his hands above his head and see a small sun start to appear between them. And he'll just be, "Saladin, remember this one?" And he'll cast Scorching Ray, the same spell that blew off his arm.
I hope you get the other one. I really do.
So, this attack, since it's now cast with a 3rd level spell slot, it fires 3 separate beams. It fires 4 beams. So 4 different attack rolls to hit him.
You've said the symbol of Terzanon is like a sun between 2 horns?
Yes.
So you arms up with the sun in between, is it supposed to be kind of like that?
Yes.
Okay. Just double checking.
First one is 23.
This music is awesome, by the way.
So, 23, 13, nat 20, and another nat 20.
So you're pretty much getting in 5 hits there.
Basically, okay. So
Yeah, 3 of those hit.
So 3 of them hit, 2 of them were crits. So, and each of them does 2d6.
I hope you get an arm and a leg this time.
So this is the not crit. So the regular hit is 14 fire damage.
Okay.
Then
I miss
the
healing
first
damage.
crit is a total of 36. And the second one is 7. And the second crit one would be 46.
Okay.
And those bypass resistance.
Okay.
Alright.
So how much total?
So it's 46. Yeah, 46 plus 34
So that's 80.
Yeah.
80 plus 14.
So 94
94.
damage.
Yeah, so 94 fire damage, bypassing resistance.
Plus, he's took over 70 a minute ago. Or over 60, around 60. Damn.
Alright, so yep, that is the Scorching Rays.
Nice how the music faded out like that. Oh, it came back.
I have it on repeat 1, so.
Yeah, you send forth a good bit of flame, and you see Silent. Oh shit! Like raise the hand to block again, and you see a good bit of smoke sort of fill the area. As it does, it's slowly but surely clears, and you see Saladin sort of barely hanging on a bit. He's swaying from side to side. You see him like holding the blade in front of him, just which does seem to be glowing a little bit. But he's just like.
Come on, Saladin, I thought you said you were going to watch us die.
The time is not right. Well, that it is your turn, Ralph.
Okay. I am going to have to. I can't risk 2 hits from this thing right now, so I'm going to have to.
It always feels like Vayne is
use a
playing
potion.
with his enemies.
That's going to be 3. So that's going to be 11 healing.
I think that's how you designed him, and it comes across.
Then I'm going to make 2 more attacks. 18.
That'll hit.
Okay, Piercer. Let's re-roll that. Much better. That's going to be 16 damage.
All right.
How fucked up does this thing look?
Would you like to make an insight check?
It'd be 13 regardless.
It's hard to tell if undead, but it does seem to have taken a lot of damage.
Morales is kind of pissed off that this thing is existing. So, lightning is going to start crackling as he very unnaturally starts twisting, opens his mouth, and a beam of lightning is going to streak out, and I'm going to try and hit the zombie that attacked Caleb, if possible. Without, hitting Caleb.
I don't think it would be possible to.
Not great. That's going to be 10 damage, and it needs to make a dex save.
Alright, Caleb, make a dex save.
I'm not attacking Caleb.
What's the save I have to make?
14.
Unfortunately, got a 15.
And then it takes half damage.
So 5
it's
damage?
5. Yeah. I'm going to call out if I could use a hand, or I could use a healing spell.
Alright.
So, on that note, Caleb, you are having a wonderful, wonderful time. You're sort of, it's winter time, you're at the cabin visiting Dad on his retirement, who's just sitting on the porch having a nice mug of cocoa out. You see little Caleb Jr. just walking among the snowy bluffs, like, hey Dad, Foop! Like, throws a snowball towards you.
And that's when I load a snowball into my gun. That's my secret weapon.
Then I fired and I missed.
Do you wish to throw a snowball back at him?
You wish to fire it out of your gun?
Yes.
Okay, so...
You kill your firstborn.
Okay, so to be actual here, I don't think I have a choice, do I?
You may make a wisdom save to try and resist.
Oh, shit, fair enough.
But would you want to?
You've been through this before. There's a pretty good chance you know that it's bullshit.
But it's happy.
But
You're
the
happy.
Just think back to the Justice League episode where Superman gets that thing in his chest.
For the man who has everything. That
Yeah.
is top 3 episodes.
Fair enough. We'll see if we can break out of this then.
That episode made me cry the first time I watched it.
What'd you roll?
I believe he's shooting someone.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with O, ends in E. The middle letter is an N.
On T.
Once.
And yes, it's very natural.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, ladies. It's all natural.
Except
So-
for my dick.
I need you to make me an attack roll real quick.
Oh god. He
Roll
kills the
low.
Firstborn.
Thank God. If that ended up being a natural 20, I think I would have just left.
What'd you roll?
There's 6, but I'm assuming I have to add everything to it.
Yeah, but that'd be +9, so 15.
Well, is he proficient with Snowball?
No, you're right. So that's going to be dropped down to 13. So I guess he can still be hit.
Wait, plus 9.
Yeah, just be normal gun. Yeah.
I guess normal gun,
It
so
was-
it would be
it was a
+8, so
joke,
it'd be
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Or you rolled a 6, right?
Yeah.
So 14.
Yeah, it could hit me.
I'm just gonna roll.
Yeah, but it'll miss me, and I think it'll miss
I
Vane.
love
So
how you said that. Yeah, but it'll miss me. Like, that was so casual.
you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting hit here. Which, knowing our DM, it's coming after Rallis. Like, his dice hate me.
Let's see.
So let's see. First I rolled a dice, so we'll add 4 to that, so it's a 19 to hit.
No, it'd be 18.
Huh?
If he's using his normal gun, it doesn't have the +1 to hit.
Ah, fair.
Yeah, he has 1 magical and 1 normal.
Yeah, one with infinite ammo, the other with stronger bullets.
Right. So, Vane, does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Ah. What's the damage on your gun?
2d8 piercing.
Let's go ahead and double that. Since you rolled a
Nice.
1.
That was a critical success.
Vane, I can't tell you this in all honesty,
You know,
but
you're
I'm
really
so
enj-
sorry.
You're really enjoying the fantasy. You're really letting your son have it.
On a good side, I got gentle repose, so your corpse won't rot.
Oh.
I got that at this level.
That's
Combined total of 9, double that's 18.
Oh. So, yeah. Vane, is you're sort of like jeering and like, ha ha.
Do you add anything to your damage?
Was that exactly his hit points?
No, but it's
But
fucking
did you-
close.
But did you add your dex and stuff?
Oh, hell. No, I didn't.
That's +8, isn't it?
No, it's plus dex mod.
Well, plus proficiency too, right?
No, not for the damage part. It's just
Oh, yes, that's right. So 18 plus 5.
what does that come out to?
His hit points.
So if you ask, when you asked before if it equals it,
You just capped Vane.
Caleb, can I ask something? Will you stop being the reason why Vane gets knocked unconscious?
How many times have I knocked you out
That's at
now?
least twice in the last
Yep.
3 sessions.
2 in a row.
so once again, people, I am beginning death saves.
So yeah, Vane, as you're just like, ha ha, what's the big deal, Saladin? Meanwhile, a very not in his right mind right now, Caleb, like turns the gun towards Vane in particular, perhaps sensing Saladin's rage, and just fires off a good shot. You sort of pause and look down slowly to see that it has perforated your kidney, and as you like hold her side, like
Not my drinking kidney.
you start to think that maybe Caleb isn't your friend after all, before you pass out and fall into the muck.
He just looks down and goes, "Fuck you."
Every time.
What's the last thing that goes through your mind as you fade to black?
I'm not an ordinary warlock.
You're not dealing with the average everyday warlock. And the super warlock.
So, with that in mind, it's the Shambler's turn.
I swear to God, if your character fucking dies here, I swear to God.
Big dude, there's gotta be something you can do.
I can heal him, and if I couldn't, I could still preserve his corpse.
I mean, if I die, it's all out wolf.
Yeah, one of the Shamblers like finally gets a good scratch in against you, Rallis, is like, and like gets a scratch in on your head.
I'm just
does about,
picturing Zero.
9 damage.
Can't cut steel, can't cut steel. Learns to cut steel just by willing it.
And the other one will walk back behind the Revenant. As for our old friend Sal, you see him just like, who is laughing now, demon? And
he just hears a faint.
right, not a fan. As he turns around, you see him like, spikes. You see him like hold the blade aloft, and it's just. And as a good bit of flame shoots out, it sort of like dissipates the spikes in front of him. Well, toodaloo, kill you later. And as he rushes off with a speed of 50, you see him round the corner and vanish from sight. So, on that note, Big, back up to you. Yeah, there's the one you rescued on the shore. There's one still sort of struggling in the water, like. There's your bleeding out friend. I would imagine Big is doing some equivalent of the Mr. Krabs meme at this point. Like, a lot has happened.
I will let you know. I'll survive one more turn if I get hit every single time. Unless if he crits me, which is likely.
Rallis just asked for help, and Big's like,
Oh god, I can't save everyone.
Okay. How much drowning does the person seem to be doing? Like on a scale of 1 to actively drowning.
On a scale of 1 to actively drowning, oh fuck me, actively drowning.
You do know Vane seems to not be that afraid of death.
Yeah, you see the other person just like. They do not seem to be built for water at all.
Can I yell out one more thing?
Huh?
Can I yell out one more thing?
Sure thing.
Sindri, will you fucking help someone get up?
Sindri has been like trying to get the fucking fire off of him.
Yeah, he's been on fire for the entire time.
He jumps in the water, turn 1.
Yep.
Listen, he's real bad at getting not on fire.
Dwarves turn out all that alcohol soaks into their skin, and yeah. So I'm gonna save the lizard, I guess. Is there any? I can't do anything else, can I?
You would have a bonus action which you could administer a potion with.
I'll say that you can get a pretty good grip on the lizard and try to save him as a bonus action as you like pull him to the shore.
I'm pretty big.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna rush over and pour the extra healing potion into his mouth. I did learn, I think with the medicine feat, which I took, like, at the beginning, I think it actually gives potions administered by me a little bit more healing.
Ah.
Let me double check, I might be wrong.
Can you speak into the mic?
I am going to heal my friend with a healing potion. No, I was thinking of something else. I'm proficient with the healer's kit, though. Not that that ever comes up. We don't use medicine kits here, or healer's kits. Yeah, so I'm just going to heal him, and that's 2d4 plus 4.
Yep.
Alright.
Does he roll it, or do I roll it, yeah. That's bad for you. Oh! That's 11. I rolled a 3, a 4, and then add 4.
So he's at 11. Man, those 2 healing potions were great. They were both 11 healing.
Yeah.
They were almost the best they could be.
You know, and that's the first healing potion Biggs made personally.
Yeah, so Vane will just sort of stand back up.
We keep doing this.
Yeah, maybe we should do it slightly less.
And that ends Big's turn.
Oh god, I just realized the situation's made just a bit worse when you realize Caleb's laughing from the fucking illusion.
You know, Caleb's got he said you have the biggest smile on your face.
Oh yeah, you just have a big smile on your face as you just
Just
like
a joyful, happy
like
laughter.
throw a snowball to your son and like.
Oh yeah, we never heard how it happened.
Oh yeah, you just throw a snowball and it bounces off the face of Caleb Jr. It's like, no fair. And like he just gets ready to throw one at her. Yeah. So with that, it's the Remnant's turn, and it's going to try and take another couple of piercings at you, Rallis.
I got you next time, Rallis.
17 does not hit, right?
Nope.
Yeah. So the first one just sort of glances off your arm and like goes into the wall, scrapes off a good chunk of moss.
I really hope this thing rolls a natural one and just decks its fucking zombie friend.
If you go down, I can heal you. But then we would have to fight zombies.
So what starts with a 20 and ends with T?
Fuck and you.
Fair. I do not blame you. I do not.
It's
blame
only
you. I'm
him.
so sorry.
It's only him, but it's hilarious.
On the bright side,
I'm sorry.
I doubt this thing can one-shot me.
Again, I got your back if it does. I've
that'll
got
be,
2 first-level spell slots left.
That'll be 32 damage, piercing.
Cool. I'm at 5 hit points.
Oh dear God.
He did a quarter of my health, and it was one of the small, weak ones.
Okay. Well,
On that note, yeah, that's the Remnant's turn. As it just like gets a very good, solid stab in on Rallis. You see, kind of like in his chest as it concaves a little bit from the force.
You're doing a great job fighting off a horde of zombies by yourself, though.
As all of us just try and snipe the guy.
I'm just going to assume that it stabbed Rallis right
Yeah,
through
we're all
the
fighting Salad.
fucking gut, and it's just all the way out through the back.
Oh yeah.
You know your weak spot's pretty good.
On that note, Vane, the recently emaciated, it is your turn.
Alright, so, Jacob, what did this thing's AC seem to be around?
The lowest I have hit it with is, I believe, 18. I would assume it has my AC.
Okay. You think
I
it
want to
would
say
be-
a 17 didn't hit.
I never rolled a 17. The lowest I've rolled is an 18, and that's, well, the lowest I've rolled is a 12. But 12 and 18 is a kind of big gap.
Yeah.
There are 2 other zombies that are kind of a problem. The 2 small ones.
Alright. In that case, I will use my Eldritch Blast. Let's see. And yeah, are they both next to you or just one?
One of them's next to me. I don't know where the other one is.
Where is the second zombie? There's one next to Rallis.
There's one next to Rallis and one behind the shield guy.
Has the one behind the shield guy done anything?
It bit Caleb.
Yeah.
I'll attack the one next to Rallis with the Eldritch Blast. Just get that out of the way. Oh, good God. Okay.
Well, it's dead.
That's a 1.
Oh.
Hit Caleb.
It would only be fair. What if it just backfired and knocked him dead again?
I can heal him, but I'm out of potions. It would
Well,
take a
see,
spell
considering
slot.
the person next to what I'm attacking would be Rallis.
Where am
Alright.
I?
I'm gonna be fair about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm so sorry, Big.
Yeah.
I mean, out of everyone it could hit, you're probably the safest one.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yup.
I mean, it would kill him if he hit himself.
Yeah.
It might knock Caleb out of his delusion.
Yeah.
You would die.
I would go down.
First one is 17. second one is...
They're gonna hit.
Well, this is the damage.
Oh.
And you've only taken... You took 14, but you healed 8, so you should only be down,
9, yeah.
well, 6.
Oh, I didn't heal enough.
And the second one is 19.
So 16 and 19, so 35.
I had 44. I'm at 9 health. You know what? I'm doing... Out of everybody here, I'm not doing the worst. I'm right in the middle.
So big while you're just like pouring the potion down his throat, like doing CPR. Vane just like stands up and staggers from side to side. You see him like point vaguely towards the undead, and like as he begins to fire the beam, he like slouches to one side, and the beam sort of like blasts into your leg as he just like falls over, staggering. And yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, and Vane's just sort of falls, staggers onto his side, barely catching himself in the hand, and just vomits up some blood. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. Damn.
On that note, Rallis, it's now your turn.
You know what? This is the type of person Rallis is. This thing needs to die, and he will die trying to stop it. He's dropping his echo right next to him, and he's just all out.
Do or die time.
21.
That'll hit.
20 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Rallis, full on believing that this thing is him, just pulls out his claw and just straight through the fucking heart where it should be.
If it is you, it doesn't have one there. Or
Yep.
it's not yours.
Yep, this is Rallis finding out for sure if this was his body.
Yeah, as you pull your arm back, you see the remnant just swaggering from side to side, like starts to raise its shield again from its lunge earlier. You very quickly slam your arm down on top of the shield to keep it from raising and just like pierce forward. And you do feel something underneath there, a faint beating, a faint murmur of some semblance of life as it slowly blinks and lets out a loud roar. And as you retract your talon, it falls over into the water and begins to sink.
Rallis is going to let out a roar, just turn and swipe across the throat of this other zombie that's been hassling him. 16.
That'll hit.
Cool.
Rallis isn't the barbarian.
I'm a piercer that.
That seems like a really good
19.
feat.
It is.
Yeah, and soon it too joins the watery depths of the sewer as you just
And
slice its head right off.
I'm sending my echo out to Caleb to try and punch some sense into him. That would have hit big. No. But my echo is immediately in front of him, so hopefully that'll cause some problems.
Yeah, you know, if you're ever not in your right mind, that might be something that could happen. Just instinctively, the closest to a giant.
And Rallis is, you say that, he is going to stumble back towards you, severely hurt.
Yeah.
Congratulations, join the club.
We're all less than... You're the only one above 10 HP out of the
No,
two,
you want to
out
know
of
who
the
has
three
the
of us.
highest health?
Yeah.
And he is immediately, he pulls out a scroll, but he's just not really moving quite well enough. So that...
I think it's his turn now.
So, Caleb.
Which one of us are you going to kill? Because one shot will kill any of us.
My echo is between us and him, and I will say, Rallis does stand in between you and Vane and Caleb. He is in the center.
So, Caleb, the fantasy continues to play out as you run through the forest with your boy. While your son's in front of you, you feel a snowball hit unusually close as your father runs by. Gotta stay young somehow. Yeah. So here's a question: are you aiming at dad or son?
Which one tries to get me out of this?
Which one are you aiming at? You don't know.
Yeah, you're just in your own little fantasy land right now. Who do you want to have fun with? Who do you love more?
Does this count as domestic abuse?
Alright, make your choice.
I'm gonna yeet that shit at my dad.
Hmm.
Does that try to get me to roll to get me out of this stupid trance, or?
You may make a roll to try and break out of it.
Please, God. Non-nat 20!
Yeah. You throw it at dear old dad, and it seems to. And you know, it just frowns as he like staggers back a second,
Coughing.
like holds his chest. Oh. He like looks down, and you see a small, bloody hole in his chest. Scene begins to change rapidly.
Roll psychological damage.
You're back in your shop. Your father is falling down beside you. There is no sun. There is no hope. And before the vision fades, your father looks at you sadly. It was a good dream, boy. And as you wake up, you see the smoking barrel of your gun aimed a few feet to the left of Rallis' echo. And you realize that Saladin is gone. One of your friends has a gunshot wound.
The other one has their, tendons exposed in their leg.
That being said, there is one zombie left, and it's going to try and take a swing at Rallis with the last bit of its strength.
I'm away from it. It had to swing at my echo.
Oh, yeah.
He moved to the
swing
center.
Yeah, it wasn't within striking distance of me, so I just backed away.
And, you just see this zombie just make vague jazz hands over the around the echo as it rolls a fucking free. But
It knows it's lost. It doesn't really know what to do here. It's kind of awkward.
and of that, Big, we're back up to you.
Please, God, just kill it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You want to take a whack at the zombie, or?
That's what I'm thinking. I might be better off trying to heal people.
That would probably be
Consider
smartest.
I'm not the damage dealer, and there's 3 of them now here.
Whatever. Here, Alice.
Yeah. I can, with a cantrip, I can cast mending.
I mean, you can also just use a healing spell.
I mean, mending, doesn't it take like 10 minutes?
It takes a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That means it takes 6 rounds.
Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's Cure Wounds again? I haven't cast it in a minute. Cure Wounds, 5e. Alright. 1d8? Yeah. 1d8 plus my spell modifier, which is a 6, I believe. Yeah.
So I'm getting at least into double digits.
Yeah, 11.
Awesome. 16. You more than tripled my health.
That's sad. Yeah, I'm like, I hobbled over to you, leaning severely on my staff. Just
I said I'd get you next round, buddy.
just
If I take one more step, it'll be the first I've ever been from home. It's the road.
Luckily, Rouse is probably only like 5 feet in front of you.
yeah, it wasn't a long walk. Big is heavy.
Vane, your go.
Vane will fire his Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast.
Just delete the zombie.
Sweet Jesus Christ. Does a 10 hit the zombie?
A 10 may hit the zombie.
He's letting you have this, and he needs you to know it.
If he didn't kill him, I probably would have.
Okay.
I can't wait till we get to
18
his
damage.
turn.
It's done.
20 damage.
You've killed it. It deleted.
And, yeah.
It dies.
Yep.
I gain 10 temporary hit points, bitch. I'm back at 21, basically.
Fair.
Death gives you strength.
So, like, you see whatever dark soul was inhabiting it suddenly shoot straight into Vane.
Just like as he.
Well, having friends around for the past couple of times has always been really good too.
I mean, you all always steal my kills, so I never got to use the main goddamn feature.
Yeah, you weaken them severely, and then we take them out.
On God, I think Vane actually might have more patience than any of us do.
And with that, combat has ended.
Is Sindri still drowning? Can we roll for that?
Yeah, Sindri, finally flops back onto the shore.
No, that bitch was hiding in the water the entire time.
Would you like to roll insight for that?
You know what? Yes.
Vane is. No, he was not.
14.
Sindri, as far as you can tell, was just actually drowning.
Good we got that out of the way.
Yeah, that was important.
Rouse would
Try
actually
proving otherwise.
Rouse would actually like to go and investigate the zombies that fell into the river, the lake, or whatever, the stream.
Okay.
Big is immune
Specifically-
to infection. Fuck
Yeah.
anyone else in that water.
Also, how deep is the water?
It's about 25 feet deep.
Alright.
Specifically, he just wants to get the dragonborn because he wants to get a better look at it.
It's just over
Natural
3 bigs deep.
investigator.
Yeah. So, Vane is going to try and help a little bit, seeing what you're trying to do. And he's just going to walk over and use shape water to move 5 feet off the top, just so it's a little bit easier to get down to it.
And I don't have to breathe, so. Not,
Yeah, but it might be
stops-
pretty deep.
Yeah, and it
Okay.
stops any currents or anything.
Is there a bonus to moving sewer water? Ugh.
I can cast Move Earth if there's enough
because
solid
I'm
in it.
getting help, do I get advantage?
Ew.
Sure.
Awesome.
Mud can be bent by bitch.
Actually, I can also change the opacity, so I can also make it clear.
So, I assume investigation?
You can also freeze it.
Yes.
19.
A 19, you say?
Yeah. Whether this is either someone Rallis fought with or something.
So, as you pull the body from the river, you get a good look at it. It's hard to tell who exactly it is. Its face is heavily scarred, and it seems to be wearing newer armor, actually. It's rusted in places, but it seems to be a later armor, later form that was... You've seen a few soldiers since, well, everything. And as far as you can tell, it's a newer batch, the kind that was made after Albion made an alliance with your town and started giving them more steel and such. So, as far as you can tell, it wasn't someone you served with, but it's still odd to see a soldier from Kusan this far south.
Rouse is just kind of looking over this, kind of shaking a little bit. The best I can put it is he looks like he's going to, the moment we see Saladin, rip out his fucking throat. Which normally when he gets angry, his body, the lights on his body move over into the red. Not this time. There's something more primal in how he's moving. After a few moments, he's going to stand up, turn to Vane, and say, "I need a favor."
And what would that be?
He's just going to step away from the body and just go, I need a fire.
And Vane will just sort of snap his fingers and create a bonfire.
Rallis is just going to silently watch.
And as the group gathers around to watch this impromptu funeral and sort of lick their wounds as they were, reflecting over the battle that has just occurred, one thought still lingers in their minds. Saladin is still out there, and still must be brought to justice for all he has done.